lovely people. Shout out to our live crew. You lot are active this lovely morning.
Gin and juice is so spicy.
Energy spicy. And we love it. It's going to be a
Does more
spicy show.
this equals less use.
Does more what? This is
He said more, this is an equation. Jillian just said, does more this equals less use?
Didn't just, yeah. If you ever see me in public, please approach me with the same energy. That's what I'm saying.
The next event at the Ned,
I beg you.
Jillian just is my plus
If you
one.
ever see me anywhere out, say, hey, it's me, Gin and Gist. Yeah.
Gin
and go
and
off,
Gist.
sis. Go off.
Gin and Gist, the next event at the Ned, you are my plus one. I'm not even joking. I will make cuts where I need to make cuts. Babes, you are my plus one because I love Gin and Gist's energy. But yes, it is Thursday, the 1st of September. Welcome to TDA, the day after your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And you're hosted by really, really cool people, very funny people, very lit people. I am one of your hosts, your favorite shade queen, first in attendance, good vibes queen. My puff is looking healthy today. My own royalty.
It's the Drama King. That's my new name now. DJ Drama, the Drama King. The second best in attendance. Yeah. Sometimes I'm late, but at least I'm here. Where's Margs? Where's Quay? We don't know. We don't know where they are. Well, Margs is on holiday. We don't know. But where's Quay?
Do you make your coffee yourself
Where
in
is
the morning?
Quay?
Do you make your coffee yourself in the morning?
Do I make my coffee myself?
Yeah.
Of course I do.
Because I feel like sometimes maybe someone's been speaking a little bit of
Be spiking it.
cracking it.
Nah, I just have mood in it.
It's crazy. It wears off though. You start bringing one into the show as well. So you can have it half.
Yeah,
It
where's
wears
off?
off.
Where's off? What's the time now?
By 9:30,
About
it'll be
10:30,
done.
I'll be quiet again. Know what I mean? But yeah, man. Drama King, innit? Brent, we had a whole big talk about, talking to the camera, we had a whole big talk off air about causing trouble, innit? So,
Yeah, we weren't just annoying Brent.
yeah, that's fine. I'm just in my troublesome mood, innit? But
And
yeah,
they
man.
call. Okay.
There you go.
I done the show. Even said, okay, you're done.
Go on. Go on, this is.
No, so before you do that, yeah, Brent thanked you. Because apparently the people in the comments are saying, when you brought up Dissy,
Yeah. No, but you are this is replacement. That's what Brent told me anyway. Brent,
Oh,
lied.
my days.
Brent
Yes,
just told you that
yes,
so
you're
you
lying.
can come on.
Nobody can replace this.
No, Brent, when Brent called me about coming on the show, he said that E-Man is replacing Dissy. That's what he said. To me.
I said that Emmanuel will be reading the news.
And doing what Dissy was meant to do.
No,
Yes.
this can't be replaced.
You're lying.
This is irreplaceable.
Stop lying, man.
Can't be replaced.
Big up Dissy though. Giving us daily
Yeah.
updates every day.
Mm-hmm. On me
Interesting.
now? Okay, cool. And they call me E-Man, pro-black activist, TDA producer, news analyst, melanin jump hat.
Period. Always, always. How's everyone doing? Okay, I guess not. Basically, I have a bone to pick with the list of some of the people that watch us every day.
Mm.
Our subscribers, I'm sorry, I'm not seeing 3. I'm not seeing 3K, and I have an issue with that. So, if you guys would like to, please share these videos, share our channel, like the videos first of all, share it and subscribe, because I feel like I also have an inkling in my spirit is telling me that some of you watch this every single day, but you're not subscribed.
Mm.
But you come back. Are you an up? Subscribe to the channel, okay? Let's get to 3K. And also join our community, community.thenewblack.com. So obviously with the live, we're a little late this morning, but they got an update. Why
Yeah.
did they get an update?
That's right, because it was connected.
Okay. They were in the community. So join
Mhm.
that. Join the TDA backstage access. And then also, if you guys have got bones to pick with us, we'll do a TDA instant reaction.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about things.
That's right.
So let's get to doing that.
Quick question. What do you guys think about having a Christmas party
People in the comments or us?
in this room for the people?
You know how I feel. I've always started looking at my outfits. I thought this was different going ahead.
Okay.
I've started looking at my outfits. I planned my
I'm
hairstyle.
not sure if I want to be around them people.
Serious?
He's made too many ups, man.
Yeah, I got too many ops. Gin and Gist. Who else is there that doesn't like me?
Guess what, guys? Now I'm going to +2. Gin and Gist. Someone else auditioned for the place.
No, I don't mind. I'm done.
Don't mind.
Yeah,
Listen, I planned my hairstyle already.
Yeah, it'll be sick, man.
I'm here for it. I think it needs. Well, let me tell you what I want it to be. Right. I think we need to do one yearly,
Mm-hmm.
and it needs to be the party that people look forward to.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And of course, our community will be there because priority, right?
Yeah, priorities.
But I want that to be a thing because sometimes in the creative space, events happen, and the people who support the people to get there don't have access to these events.
Facts.
I think that's wrong personally, and I know that's not what the New Black stands for, right?
Okay.
So I think we should definitely have a Christmas party, and some of our listeners get to come as well.
Yeah, that'd be sick, man.
But I know the people who signed up to the TDA backstage access will be the first to know about it.
100%.
So if you're not signed up, boy, don't know about that.
All right. Cool.
What do you think about Christmas party, Brayden?
I actually want one. I'm only asking because it's been spoken about behind closed doors.
Good.
Venues. Well, the first one in mind is obviously the Ned, innit?
Yeah.
And that way it could be extravagant. It could be, just like you said, a yearly thing.
Yeah.
And yes, it would be first come, first serve to the TDA backstage access.
Yeah.
Definitely. And then I guess if it doesn't get filmed out because there's nobody there.
That's impossible. Why would you put that in the air? That's impossible.
Then we'll extend it to the wider TMB community. And that's why it's important that you need to be chilling in the backstage access.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think it's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
I agree, man.
Definitely will be. But I don't know if it is a time Miles can get in trouble.
Who?
Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Emmanuel
What?
likes to party. He likes to party. He likes to get dressed up and he looks very, very sharp when he gets dressed up.
Listen, Emmanuel comes to the content, okay? Man's gonna have a TikTok.
Mm.
Do you have a TikTok account yet?
I do, you know.
You should. Do you post on there?
I haven't posted nothing yet, you know.
Shit, but it's edited in. It's difficult, man. I live in the moment as well. It's difficult, man. But yeah.
It's a bit long.
I know, it's very easy.
I was thinking of posting
But you
certain
would
things.
say that, Brent.
I just post the content I post on the other ones.
Your media your media head.
Oh, thank you.
You do this like this is you.
Thank you. Thank
It's
you.
not me.
Thank you.
Kills
But
me.
it will be. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah. So, Emmanuel.
Yeah.
You be able to handle all of the babies that will be there at Christmas party?
This guy is talking about he's bringing the meeting from earlier into the reality now.
No. I'm talking about the
Handle the
polygyny-
babes. He's married.
The polygyny.
polygyny.
Angle, innit?
Okay,
Polygyny
okay.
angle. Of course,
Yeah, 'cause you know
we
what's
out there
mad?
talking about the
No,
polygyny
but you know what's
thing.
mad though? So, okay, if there's no event yet, if we don't have an event before the Christmas party, I hope you understand that you won't be partying because there'll be people that come. So whilst we're doing shots, doing everything we're doing, you're gonna answer for your crimes.
Allegedly.
Who, Emmanuel?
It's not alleged. Yeah.
What?
Because people are going to have questions for him. They're finally going to meet the person who's pro-polygyny and all them things that leave in the comments. You're going to have to do a disclaimer beforehand and say, listen, guys, this is not the place. Because you're going to be bombarded with questions.
I don't think people care about that too.
They do.
People didn't want us to talk about polygyny anymore.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, when I go to
No.
my friends, yeah, are like, does he really believe that?
Oh, serious?
Yes. And this is when I go out to brunch and clink and talk about boys. And they're like, first of all, does he really believe that? The question I get the most is about the crazy things you say and Mark says. And that, do they really believe that? I'm like, yes.
But
Yes, they do.
we 100% do, people.
You guys will have you're gonna have questions to answer. So you might have to go earlier to get your party out of your system.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I don't know that you're gonna have much partying to do, man.
But
It's gonna be like a conference.
when there's a will, there's a way.
It's gonna be a conference. But I'm looking. I hope we do have that. That'd be really, really sick.
I want to put a poll, first poll for the morning, Yusuf. And I swear I asked you a question and I said that it's more you than Emmanuel. And you said, no, it's more Emmanuel than you. What was the question again?
It's more me than the man.
Oh, something along the lines of who doesn't listen to
Yeah.
selective
All right,
listening.
so people.
Oh, yes.
This is the question I'm going to put on the...
Yeah, but obviously they're going to say him.
People,
Why?
don't set them
No,
up.
it is. People
Oh,
naturally
they're going to have
go
empathy for you now.
against me. It happens all the time. I don't know why. I'm lit in it. It's fine. So I know when you ask a question in this community, they're going to say E-man. 100%.
Believe in the
Not
people.
true.
Standing
Nah,
up
alright,
for
go
you.
on, go on.
I think there are more people on your side than Emmanuel's side, to be honest.
There you go.
No, put it out then.
Someone said, Dominic Grant said, polygamy party, every man has to bring 4 women.
I thought there would
bunch
be
of
guests
hoes.
today. Yeah, I thought there'd be guests too, Mercedes, but It's tomorrow, apparently.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah, I guess
Sorry.
it's tomorrow.
That was a error.
God willing. God willing. God willing.
God willing, amen.
Yeah. All right. Question, people. You've been rocking with us for a certain amount of episodes. Based on those episodes, right? Who listens less, Emmanuel or Yusuf? When is it they're arguing their points? Who decides to take what they want to hear and then just throws away the rest when it is they're going back and forth? Is it Emmanuel or is it
This
Yusuf?
is a highly skewed question, by the way.
Oh,
Why-
serious?
Why?
Okay, reword it.
It's good
Reword
Why?
it.
because if anyone says anything that is just, bullshit or whatever, you don't have to address the bullshit. innit?
You don't have to.
You don't have to address bullshit.
No, it's about listening though, isn't it?
But how you know the person not listening? This doesn't make sense. So your measure, if someone listening, if they address every single point you said.
Not at all. But if what they're saying is part of the point, you can't act like it's not there, innit?
No, but that's not what people do though.
All right.
So that means that you're saying that everything I say to him, yeah, he addresses every single point.
No,
Right?
but
Right?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
So what I'm saying is, how do you know, what's your measure of the person not listening?
This was a three-way question.
The
innit?
No, answer the question. Answer the question.
Three questions.
What is your measure? Yeah, how do you deem
deep.
if someone is not listening?
I just want to see the wave of the people. What
You
they
might be
feel.
winning.
That's the sentiment.
but
what they
I
feel.
know, but
And that's
I'm-
what's crazy.
I know,
Based on the
but I'm asking the
conversations.
question, though.
Based
Yeah.
on conversations, there's no empirical evidence because
Exactly.
they can't prove
So
it.
that's
right?
why I said this is a skewed
But
question.
Right now, Emmanuel seems very confident, right? And I don't know why he's confident because
No,
I feel
I'm confident.
That's like,
No,
the thing is,
I'm-
Emmanuel's confident, yeah, but he's losing in the poll.
Exactly.
But Yusuf is like, no, like this is skewed, this is against me, but you're winning.
Exactly.
But I don't care about winning. I care about the question being asked and how you
Being
can
objective.
how you can determine if someone's a good listener. Answer the question.
but actually do the poll innit? And
I don't
word
care
it
about the
right,
poll.
innit? Word
No,
it
but
right.
I think the wording makes sense to me though.
Yes.
No,
everyone
because
is.
because
That's
it's
how
not
they're in.
because like he's saying, who listens less, right?
Yeah.
Or no.
Yeah. How do you know? Just because I haven't. Okay, let's just say Emmanuel makes 6 points in his spiel, right?
Yeah.
I listen to every 6 points, but I decide to reply to 3. Doesn't mean I haven't listened to all 6. It means I've chosen what to reply to. Simple.
Okay.
Exactly.
So you feel confident now? Can I put the poll up?
Who feels confident?
You.
I don't care about this poll.
Oh, then never mind it. Never mind. All right, let's push on.
It's the drama king.
Let's push on.
You're ridiculous.
But the people are saying
You're
that
an admin.
Emmanuel speaks sense and Yusuf has no comprehension.
Who?
That's what the people are saying.
You said who?
Where?
He wants receipts.
But just make stuff up,
Someone said they both listen to each other. However, Yusuf sometimes hears something else. But what I like about Yusuf is he does see clarity most times.
I think Eman does. Eman, for example, yesterday, we were talking about the Black Utopia, right?
Yeah.
And I clearly was talking about being self-employed and Black people working for other Black people.
Yeah.
And he completely just went off on a tangent about buying from Black businesses.
But if you're self-employed,
Yeah,
right?
but again, you're doing it again.
No, it's all linked. It's all linked. I don't think you understand the link between
No, I understand the
the
link. but
business
what I'm
is
saying
self-employed
is,
and employee.
do you know what I felt like, honestly?
Mm.
I felt like you were losing. And then you
Oh,
decided to
impossible.
just jump onto something else to help your argument. That's what it seemed like to me, from my perspective, from my visuals.
I've never lost a debate.
Haven't you?
Never ever.
You ain't that great at debating.
I'll give you the very easy version. You know what I'm saying?
Give me the tough version.
No, I don't think you want to. Emmanuel has a lot of patience for you, Yusuf.
Yeah.
No, that's a statement.
Wait.
That's a statement.
That's it. That's
Wait.
He-
Do you think I can't go?
This-
Do you think I can't go to the top of Emmanuel?
I believe that you can.
Let's go.
I believe that you can.
I mean, let's go. Go on, what?
I believe
A
that
topic.
I believe that you would get angrier
Don't
quicker
distrust.
than Emmanuel would get
Yeah,
frustrated.
but why does that matter?
And Emmanuel get frustrated
Yeah,
because
but why does that matter?
the comprehension is not
But why
comprehended.
does that matter? Why does that matter?
It's necessary in the debate, isn't it?
No, it's not. To you, it's.
It has to be necessary. You
Why?
have to be
Why
calm.
does it have to be?
Because how are you going to articulate your point?
You pride yourself on being like, who cares, nigga? Who cares? Who cares, bruv? You know what I mean? I hate when people think that their point of view is correct. Not because you're so used, and I'm a bit more passionate. What does that mean? To you, in your head, you know what? I'm winning. Like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit, bro. Let's go. You know what I mean? Who cares, bro?
All right, cool, people. Let's
Alrighty.
get on with the show.
Yep.
Nice.
I think use
Have
is
we
smarter than he can articulate. So it appears that E-Man would have won, but it's used that listens a lot better.
Oh, nice one.
Also, I think Emmanuel's fake deep too. I think
It's all coming out
I think
now.
Emmanuel's fake deep.
It's all coming out now.
That's a hot take.
Wow.
That's a hot take.
The drama king. I think E-Man's fake deep. And one thing about E-Man that I realised, like,
There we go.
Wow, it's all coming out. What's going on?
the drama king. The drama king. I think, you know what it is? When people say to me, you know, you fence it a lot and you play devil's advocate. You know when people say they'd rather you be either side of the coin?
Okay, yeah, then.
Regardless if it's good or bad.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Margs, he stands in his
Whatever, yeah.
crowd bullshit, regardless of what people think in it.
Yeah.
And some people may respect, even though they may feel his view is wayward,
Mm-hmm.
they may respect it more than someone who is in the middle.
Yeah.
And I think the person in the middle, they feel like they're, you know, in a good position.
Yeah.
Because they haven't picked either side.
Yeah.
And when I was arguing with Manuel yesterday, not arguing, debating, I felt like you were trying to take, and on other days too, you tried to take a middle ground, and I'm like, I don't care. Like, I need you to pick a side, good or bad. And I feel like people see that in me sometimes, where they're like, I try to be open-minded, try to see things from different perspectives, right? And I don't necessarily, on certain things, I definitely stand on one side. On certain things, I am in the middle, where I can see it from both sides and I'm not necessarily I'm indifferent, right? And I feel like when you feel like you're indifferent, sometimes you feel like you're kind of like, you know, safe, untouchable. And people, but I'm just like, shut up, man. So when E-Man tries to be the I'm looking at him thinking, I don't even know who you are. I don't know who you are. You know what I'm trying to say?
So you're saying that
personally,
you're saying that Emmanuel's characterization is the person who sits on the fence?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
I think this shows that you don't listen, man.
No,
Because how
I feel so.
the people, I don't think there's anyone who
Look,
listens.
he's getting vexed.
I'm not vexed. But I don't think there's anyone who
Look at
listens to TDA. Who listens to me and thinks they don't know my position.
On certain things. They know your position on polygyny because you drum it into their minds. They know your they know your stance
On black-related topics.
But everything else, you're kind of on the fence, in my opinion.
Alright.
In my opinion. I know polygyny, you stand where you stand, even though you don't practice it. With issues within the black community, we know you're very pro-black, but I think everything else, and I also think you do it deliberately for the point of the show as well, which doesn't help. I feel like you play devil advocate deliberately to incite conversation because you feel like that's your role, right? To broaden the conversation, which that's what I do a lot when I'm on my pod. I'll play devil advocate on purpose to spark conversation, to spark other ideas, perspectives. So I would actually put myself in detriment just for the sake of the show. Because in my mind, I'm always producing. Always. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna throw up a poll. All right, cool. We can start the headlines, and I'll put a poll up whilst it is that we're.
All right,
I like how the show started. To be honest,
Yeah, this
smoke.
was-
We had a whole talk about drama, man. I know you lot are
Yeah.
this drama, innit?
So before you hit the music, just quickly, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channels, get us to 3K because you're all wilding at this point. Get us to 3K and join the community.thenewblack.com. And when you join the community, also sign up for the TDA part of the community. So that's where you get to watch the lives every day, and you will know about this Christmas party we're planning and all the great stuff. Also, someone mentioned the talking about they're waiting for the non-existent sports day. It's coming. Summer is over. Who's trying to run and race in the cold?
No, this sports day's not happening.
Is
When? It's
next
supposed to happen in
spring, summer.
It's September.
It can't happen. It wasn't. Did you guys think it couldn't have happened this year?
Oh, I thought it was happening this year.
No, because at that point it was too late.
I'm
to
gonna be a year
plan it
older,
and
man. What do you think this is? You
do
need,
the
to,
right
get,
thing.
you need to get me in my prime. Every day is my prime.
Your prime is the next 60
No,
years.
every
Yusuf,
day that goes on.
is
yeah.
your prime.
No, every new day
Yeah.
is my prime. So every day that passes, I'm going out of it.
No, you're not. Not on my watch. So yeah, so the sports day will be happening. Right, Brent? Well, damn.
Oh, my
Right.
Mike's
And
wicked.
Oh.
and just to
Of course he did.
I seen Brent put up his poll, right? And someone said, "Oh, you should have the same." Yes, I've just admitted it. That a lot of the times I play devil's advocate to incite conversation. So yes, I do it. What I said was, I see myself in Emmanuel sometimes, and I get why people are annoyed by it because I see it in him. Does that make sense?
I think you're both the top competitors for the remember a while ago, long time ago, we had the main character question.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think both of you are
Me?
neck to neck on that. Yes.
I don't think I'm the main character or try to be the main character at all.
Nah, he doesn't have main character syndrome.
Me?
Wait, so
Not
okay,
at all.
now that Koi and Margs are out of the room, who were the true main character syndrome people? Who is it now? Now it's only us three. That's the question for Brent because he's the person on the outside.
You're asking me who has the main character syndrome?
Now that Koi and Margs aren't here because they were obviously
No, at the
Come
time I actually said who has main character syndrome.
Who?
I went on the room.
You said mugs.
You said Margs.
I said Marks. I said Koi.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, that was it.
So who's it now?
It's just the people still exist. They haven't gone anywhere.
No, who is it? Out
Yeah,
of
but he's
us
saying
three?
like
Oh,
just the three.
okay.
No.
Yeah,
I think you have main character syndrome.
you think so?
Yeah. I think
You know what's so
I
funny?
think you try you try to be. Nah, I don't want to do this on air.
No. Okay, I want you to say what you're gonna say.
No,
But you know what's so funny about me, right?
Yeah.
You know, most of the time in life, what's that phrase? I play myself down to
yes,
make other people
Yes.
people
Yes.
comfortable,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So no, I
I think you're tired of sitting on the fence.
deliberately.
I think you're tired of sitting on the fence.
No, it's not about fencing.
No, I think you're tired. Your bum's tired.
That's one thing. Cool.
You're both tired.
You know, I deliberately,
Yeah.
intentionally talk less, and I deliberately don't impose myself to make other people feel comfortable, and I don't want to take over.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
believe,
I do.
You're tired.
I
You're
do.
tired of it.
No, it's not about fencing.
But why do you deliberately talk less?
Fence
There's three of
sitting
us.
in regards to.
I think you care too much about what people are hearing.
No, listen.
When it is that you sit in front of the mic.
Listen. Fence sitting in regards to discussing topics
Yeah.
is a whole different conversation to what I'm talking about now. I'm just saying when I sit down here or when I enter a room, sometimes it's innate for me.
I think you have
to
imposter
let,
syndrome.
to let other people.
I agree. You have imposter syndrome.
But I do it on purpose.
No, I think you have imposter syndrome.
Explain what that means.
Let me get the definition for you, so
Yeah,
I
go
don't
on.
I don't look to.
I think we're talking about. different
No,
things.
I think you definitely have imposter syndrome.
All right, give me the definition.
Yeah, and let me know if this sounds like you.
All right, go on.
But be honest.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
No, I have to ask
Be
you twice because I don't know if
honest.
it is you might.
No, but I need the definition before I can.
All right, cool.
But I'll be honest.
All right, cool. This is the definition of imposter syndrome.
All right.
Imposter syndrome can be defined as a collection of feelings of inadequacy that persist despite evident success.
Mm.
Imposters suffer from chronic self-doubt
Mm.
and a sense of intellectual fraudulence that override any feelings of success or external proof of their competence.
Read the intellectual part again.
All right, so
The line that has that word in it.
all right, imposters suffer from chronic self-doubt and a sense of intellectual fraudulence.
All right. Stop there. That line, 1000%, hell no. I'm actually the opposite. I feel like I'm smarter than a lot of people. Everything else you read, yes, to a degree. But the intellectual part, no. I feel like I'm very smart and I feel like I'm smarter than a lot of people.
And why don't you articulate that when it is that you're having debates?
Because I don't care. Honestly.
When you say you don't care,
I don't care to show that I'm smarter than people, especially if the conversation is opinion based.
I don't understand. Don't you want to participate in the discussion?
I'm here, so yeah. But you know, most times I don't really seek out conversation with people. I'm on a podcast, right? So that's my job to be here. But outside of podcasting, I don't really have back and forth debates with people, or like apart from my girlfriend and friends. I don't really. That's not really what I do.
Are there times when you're frustrated when you're in a room, especially here? Because sometimes I see you kind of flare up, especially when it is you're trying to, I guess, prove that Emmanuel doesn't mean what he says. right? Why is that important? Why
Because-
you try to make people think that he doesn't believe what he says?
Because in the vacuum, in the moment, I get caught in the moment. But when I leave here, I'm disappointed that I actually got to that point because sometimes I get disappointed with myself that I get drawn into conversations that I don't really care about, and it appears externally that I do because I feel like you lot, when you see me in your minds get vexed, you ascertain that he cares,
invested.
he's frustrated, but it actually don't. And I think what the listener said makes sense. I feel like with my emotion and my delivery, I don't do myself any justice because I give off the wrong message.
Wait.
The message is that I'm angry, I'm invested, I'm vexed, but it's not.
See, you get vexed over things you don't care about. That's a problem.
I know.
That's a problem.
I know.
What?
Yeah, it's a problem.
No, dead ass D. D said this has turned into a therapy session. Dead ass. 'Cause I'm sitting here like,
All right, let's push on. Let's start the headlines because this sounds weird.
Yeah, but okay, cool. Wait, before we move on, yeah, why would I care that Emmanuel cares about polygyny? Why would I care? I don't care.
I think,
but in the moment,
yeah,
we're having a conversation about it, so I engage in the moment. When I leave here, I'm not thinking about Emmanuel and polygyny. I could care less what he does with his life. No offense, but in the moment, I get caught in the moment, and I'm in the moment. So now we're in this moment, and I'm gonna go back and forth with you. But once this moment is over, I don't care.
Isn't that most people though?
I don't. Well, yeah.
No, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No. Specify what you mean by most people, because most people will leave a particular conversation
Mhm.
and not think about it afterwards. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that they don't care about what they engage in.
Yeah, of course.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Because I believe that it's a lie. I believe that you saying you don't care about the things that you engage in and the things that elicit emotional responses.
Not all things.
I don't think that's truth.
Not all things, of course. Remember, when we talk, we make it seem like it's everything, innit? It's not everything. Obviously, it's particular conversations. That's why I mentioned that polygyny one in particular, because I believe that you're referencing that when you said, you got vexed.
No, I'm referencing yesterday when he was basically saying that black people need to do better.
But I didn't get
black
vexed
people
yesterday.
need to do better if it is that we say that we want progress, right?
Yeah.
And you were basically
I care
arguing against it.
What's that again?
You were arguing against it.
No, I wasn't arguing against it. I was arguing more to the reality of it happening. If you were listening properly, you would have heard numerous times when I said, E-man, I agree with what you're saying, but I don't feel like what you're saying is realistic. If you listen to it back, that's what I was saying. That was the notion of my whole argument, was that, Emmanuel, I agree with you. What you're saying,
but it wasn't
and
realistic.
I kept saying, what you're saying is noble, it makes sense, but I don't feel like
We can do it.
we can do it. But you wasn't listening, clearly.
No, I was. I think there were many points discussed, and I think there were points that were misunderstood. That's why at one point in time, Emmanuel had to say, but yeah, we started there and then we went somewhere else. There was a point, I'll probably clip it and put it up on Instagram. So yesterday, I didn't understand why you were giving him so much backlash for what he was saying.
Because you wasn't listening. Because I was saying that I don't feel like what you're saying is realistic. And that's why I brought in the whole argument of, do you think this can happen in Africa as opposed to the UK?
Again, he made many different points yesterday.
Okay.
It was many different points.
And I feel like I addressed a lot of the points.
Okay, cool. Never mind. But anyway,
yeah.
My whole thing is, if you get involved in a discussion, a back and forth, and you get to the point where it is that you become angry or irate, to suggest that you don't care about that and believe it, for me, that's interesting.
So do you believe that I care about Emmanuel's views on polygyny? Do you think I really care about it?
I believe that you care for what you think he's doing or not doing.
I cared. You know what my main argument was that day was? That we keep speaking about it here. And that was the, remember, when I entered the conversation, it was like, why do we keep talking about this? Then we went on a back and forth. Maybe my point got lost in the overall debate, but at its inception, my whole point was, why are we talking about polygyny again?
All right, so let's put a pin in this. And let's park the conversation.
Yeah.
And let's see this week, next week, when again we can come and revisit this particular thing where you get irate, but something you don't care about.
Yeah, but you have to ask me if I care about it.
No. I would need to ask.
Yesterday's conversation, I cared about that.
Let's move on to the headlines.
Are you sure? Are you for real this time?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Someone said, D said, bring Disu back. We need the banter back. Is that you? It's a bit funny that you don't have a full name. But yeah, right, let's get into our headlines.
Oh, right.
Love you too, Ruby. She did. She did.
She said, Brent said, let's move on, and carries on the conversation. She said, you're talking too much.
All right. So the first headline is about the Queen and the new PM. So Buckingham Palace has said the Queen will not appoint the next Prime Minister in London, but will instead stay in Balmoral to do it. The new PM and Boris Johnson will go to Scotland in a break from tradition for the event on the 6th of September. During the 70-year reign, the Queen, who's aged 96, has had an audience with her new Prime Minister at Buckingham Palace. It's understood that the decision was taken to provide certainty for the new Prime Minister's diary. The Queen's audience with the new Prime Minister is one of her key roles as head of state. It doesn't make any constitutional difference whether the meeting is in Balmoral or Buckingham Palace, but the change of location is likely to raise questions about the Queen's health. The Queen has suffered from mobility issues and it's understood the change was made to prevent the need for any last-minute rearrangements. Liz Truss or Rishi Sunak will be announced as the leader of the Conservative Party on the 5th of September. Boris Johnson is expected to announce his resignation to the Queen the following day, with his successor appointed by the monarch shortly after. I just want to add a bit more context here. People who care about history and rituals and stuff, yeah? So what happens usually, the outgoing Prime Minister makes a statement outside the Downing Street before taking the final trip as leader to meet the Queen at Buckingham Palace. The monarch then formally dismisses them from their role. Shortly after, the incoming Prime Minister is called up. When a potential Prime Minister is called to see the Queen, she will ask them whether they will form a government. After the new Prime Minister has been appointed, the court circular will record that the Prime Minister kissed hands on appointment. This is usually a handshake.
Just COVID streets. Nasty.
It's usually a handshake here, but the actual kissing of hands will take place later at the Privy Council. It's then that the new leaders will turn to deliver a speech outside number 10. So that's basically what happens every single time, innit? And that's why people are kind of talking about the fact that it's not going to happen in London, Buckingham Palace anymore. Well, not anymore, but on this occasion. So yeah, that's the first headline.
Has anyone seen the Queen recently?
I hope you're not going to say she's dead. Like these other people.
I didn't say that. I just
Okay.
asked the question.
Okay.
Has anyone seen the Queen recently?
I don't ever see the Queen on TV.
Have you seen on TV recently?
Where would I see it on TV? I'm not watching this.
How can you say I don't see it unless on TV? Of course, I don't think you bump into it on the high street. Of course.
No, but saying have you seen the Queen recently, I think it's a silly
But like
question.
clips
We
or
only
like...
see the
What?
Queen when they put her in front of us.
Yeah, but I don't bump into the Queen either. So I feel like my
No,
question
but
is
the question
understood.
is, have you seen the Queen recently means have you seen it on TV?
Yeah, on TV, in clips, anything.
Why would she be on TV right now?
Why wouldn't she?
Why would she be on TV right now?
Why wouldn't she be on
Why-
TV right now?
When is the Queen on TV?
Well, she's doing Queen stuff.
When does that happen? Sparingly, right?
But she's
No, but I haven't seen her
about
about
it.
The
sometimes.
Queen is not on TV consistently throughout the year. She's on TV, Golden Jubilee, different specific occasions that happen, very specific points of the year. So no, I haven't seen her on TV.
Okay.
And even with anyone, because she's not on TV.
No, but
When Queen-
she was on TV, like, what was it?
Yeah, because she was, what was it? She was in that church.
Yeah, there's
for-
things that happen every now and again. She's got certain duties she has to perform and stuff. And, on her way there, they talk about her, when she's doing this and, you know what I'm saying? Different things she has to
Yeah.
address. But yeah,
Wait, y'all don't have Sky? Have you ever gone
I don't watch
to
TV.
channel 817?
Mm-mm.
what time is that, mate?
It's I think it's
It's like a
called
porn channel.
Buckingham Uncovered.
Why would anyone go
Oh,
on
is
that
it?
channel?
Oh,
Yeah. And they show the whole reality TV type vibe and they sometimes show the Queen on it.
Oh, is
see,
it?
this is what black people don't watch. Because I remember on Twitter, people say, the Queen's dead. I know she's dead. And they're just waiting for this. Like, there's too many things that we try to be woke about and really just sleep.
Nah, I'm lying.
Where's
I'm lying.
There we go.
So they didn't-
I can't believe you believe him. He said
You're an
reality,
egg.
he said reality TV. You lot
No,
believe
but
it.
do you know-
No,
it
but
is.
I don't think it's crazy.
It's not crazy
I
at
don't
all.
think it's far-fetched for that to actually be a thing.
And because they've shown actual things on
It's
TV
definitely
where they've
far-fetched.
shown.
You think there's a channel dedicated to filming the Queen's life in a reality TV
No,
format?
that's
no,
like
no.
showing Buckingham Palace and
Yeah,
stuff.
showing
So
Buckingham
when
Palace.
she comes out,
That's basically what I took from it.
What do you mean
as well.
showing Buckingham Palace? As in, the
As in,
outside?
yeah,
Yeah.
no. And inside as well, showing people doing certain things in the palace.
Okay, not the
on a
inside. That's
day-to-day.
Game Brother.
They've done it before.
But never that. Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why I believed what he's saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess you guys know who the liar in the group is.
It's quiet.
Ah.
Anyway, so the next headline
I'm not saying anything.
is about
He said you wanted drama, innit? Don't ask for something, and then when
You said we
get
did
it,
it. Okay.
you don't. We had a whole hour conversation. He said he wants drama.
So, do you know what's mad?
Didn't he say that?
Do you know what's
You know
mad?
we can take it to drama.
No, but do you know what's mad though? This is giving case in point.
Thank you.
Because when we talked about the whole listening thing, so what you picked up from that whole hour conversation
You heard what
was
he wanted to hear.
drama.
Okay. You tell me what I missed.
I ain't saying nothing.
Firstly,
Exactly.
guys, revisit the poll.
Exactly. You tell me what I missed.
I ain't saying that because I was off air.
What did I miss?
Conversation.
What did I miss?
Fine, don't worry about it. What's
What
that?
did I miss?
It's fine.
What did I miss, man?
I don't know.
Back your talk, man.
I wasn't listening.
Clearly.
So far, the people are saying that Yusuf is more of a fence sitter.
That's fine.
Of
Well,
course.
And that's what I said.
What's the actual results? at the moment?
So far,
Yeah.
45 votes, 47% Yusuf is a fence sitter, 31% you, both of you is 22%.
I told you they'll
Okay.
pick me.
You shouldn't even have put both. Would have been more to one side. Anyway,
Parity.
so the next headline is about train strikes, unfortunately.
Surprise, surprise.
So ASLEF Union says train drivers, at 12 rail companies will strike again as part of an ongoing dispute over pay. It will be the biggest strike that the drivers have taken part in so far. Staff will walk out on the 15th of September after talks broke down over pay, with the union seeking wages to keep pace with the rising cost of living. Union General Secretary Mick Whelan said workers didn't want to go on strike, but said the train companies had forced their hand. As we all know, the strike is the latest of several in the rail industry in recent months. Drivers have previously walked out on the 30th of July and the 13th of August, causing disruption and cancellations to train services across the country. The Rail Delivery Group, which represents train operators, has previously said it wants to give its workers a pay rise, but added to fund its unions must recognise that as an industry that has lost 20% of its revenue, we can either adapt or decline. Mr. Whelan said, when taking into account rising prices, the companies want train drivers to take a real terms pay cut to work just as hard as they did last year, but for 10% less. He said, we want the companies which are making big profits and paying their chief executives enormous salaries and bonuses to make a proper pay offer to help our members keep up with the increase in the cost of living. If it goes ahead, this will be the biggest and most disruptive yet of the recent wave of walkouts by train drivers. It involves more operators than their two previous large-scale stoppages in August and July and will affect much of England. Those two were on Saturdays, affecting leisure passengers during the school summer holidays. But the September strike on the 15th, on a Thursday, will affect more commuters.
Plus, I'll give people the day off school. Actually, but then errands and stuff like that. Yeah, but then no one can go into work anyway because of trains.
Yeah.
Because buses will be chaotic.
That would be seen as them siding with the companies and not the drivers.
Oh, okay.
If they were to do something like that, that would be very bad.
Really? So everyone's going to suffer.
Right, they have to, innit? So you got when you want something, you got to fight for it.
This country's funny, man. All right, let's get into what you saying, our topic of the day.
Okay, so today's topic of the day, right? It's about a couple. I'm going to give you a bit more detail. And I just wanted to get your opinions on what you think the NHS should do or if they made the right decision, right? So there's a woman who's 41. She fell in love with a guy who's 33 years her senior, so he's 74 years old.
Okay.
They've been together for 9 years, and like she says, and he says, they're basically madly in love with each other, right? And they want a family. So, obviously, given their ages and things of that nature, they need help with IVF. They've gone to the NHS. NHS has said, my friend, we can't help in this situation, man.
Yeah.
You guys are quite old. And on top of that, you've got 2 kids each from your previous relationships.
Yeah.
Question is, do you think the NHS were right to turn them down and starting a family? And if they were right, why? If you don't think they're right, why?
I mean, they're right.
Okay.
I think when you date somebody who's a senior in that capacity,
Mhm.
one of the risks is obviously the children aspect of it, right? That's one of the, not even a risk, it's the reality of your relationship. And I think that if they don't have the funds to be able to have the children, as in to be able to do the IVF themselves, I don't think that should be on taxpayers to do that. I think that there are people with like bigger health issues who are on lists and waiting years on NHS, and they could die being on that list than a granddad trying to have extra children at that age. So yeah, I think if you can't afford it, just enjoy it. And really, I'll be honest with you, if I find love late in my life, I'm enjoying. We're doing holiday, like I am living it up. To be that age and not have to, and obviously they met at the school playground. She's got kids there. He was there she worked there. He was there to drop off his kids. Sis, she's already got kids. Enjoy your time. People like responsibilities too much. Enjoy life.
But I guess from her perspective, she's seen it as having their own family, having their own children, which is, binds them even further, at least from her perspective, would be the icing on the cake. And if this service is something that's provided by the NHS, why should we be left out? Because we pay our taxes.
No. I don't know if the tax they've been paying will add up to IVF treatment. Because IVF treatment is stupid expensive. Crazy. And it might not even take.
This is true.
So, and then, do you know what as well with people here? So if they allow them one time here, for example, it doesn't take, they're going to feel like they have a right to try the next 4, 5, 6 times. Do you get what I mean? So how many times can you actually say to them, okay, we will only allow you one time? Then it's never going to be enough for them. So it's better to just say no outright. And yeah, sorry, it's one of the risks. It's one of the realities of dating an older person in that way.
Do you think they should then change the guidelines? Because at the moment, right, the guidelines are recommended.
Yeah.
For by the NHS and things of that nature. It's very simple.
Yeah.
What they're saying is it should be offered to women under the age of 43, right?
Okay.
She is, let's say 41?
31 or 33?
She's 41.
41.
Yeah, she's 41. But the IVF thing is for people who are under the age of 43.
Okay.
So she meets that, right?
Okay.
And for people who have also been trying to get pregnant regularly through unprotected sex for the past 2 years.
Yeah, but she's been trying for the past 2 years.
Yeah, she's been with the man for 9 years. They've been trying.
Well, she meets the guideline and then fair enough. I thought the guideline was maybe 35 or something.
No.
Yeah, so that's fine. She meets the guideline then. So why did they say no?
Because of her age. It's that additional thing that they're now adding on, saying, wait a minute, you're old, you've got kids as well. Do we need to really be, what I'm saying?
So she already has
facilitating
kids.
this? Yeah, but they both got 2 kids from previous relationships.
Respectfully, maybe she's being a bit greedy now. Because I would think that 43 would be for someone who has never had a child and who is consistently trying. I think, I would expect someone who has if she had no kids at all and she's 41, I'll sign a petition for her to go forth and get her IVF done. But if she's already got kids and she's 41, there will be someone else on the list who is a better suited candidate for that privilege. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. So I get it. Even though she meets the criteria, but we can't afford to be giving it to everybody.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
So basically what you're saying is because she's got kids of her own.
Yeah.
That should be the thing that kind of
honestly
divides.
Yes. Honestly, yes. Because the whole point of IVF is that you're unable to give birth like in the way in the normal process, right? So people who don't have children, when they do IVF, it's a proper thing. It's a whole journey. Like it's a proper thing. They don't have children at all.
Yeah.
If you already got 2 kids and because you've met this man that you're in love with now, you want to create a new one. Respectfully, we can't accommodate for that. Okay. And I hope this don't fight me, but
yeah. What do you think, Issa?
What Esther said. Yeah, what Esther said. So.
Do you feel like, okay, and this is kind of where I want the question to spin off to, yeah? Because obviously we're thinking about resources here to some degree, right? Because obviously if it was like infinite, money wasn't an issue, you wouldn't necessarily mind her being allowed to get the IVF if it wasn't at the expense of somebody else's.
Yeah, so if they can go private with it, if Grandma can avoid it, someone said, who was it? Sorry, no man, to get it was he should get his pension up. Yeah, Ebony Onyx. So NHS is 100% right. Make him use his pension money, fund it. It's true. I think if they can do it privately, then go forth, do that. It's not taking the opportunity away from someone else who has nothing, who has no children at all. Yeah. That's what my thing is. I thought she didn't have any kids. If she didn't have any kids, he already got kids. His kids are not really her kids. Do you get what I mean? No matter how much we do blended family, they're not my kids. So if she had no kids, then fair, I would say they should allow her to do it. But she's already got 2 kids.
Yeah.
It's not fair that there's going to be someone else in the queue, on the list, who has no children, but then that opportunity that they give to you could have gone to someone else who, quote unquote, kind of deserves it more. Do you get me? They've never felt what it's like to be a mother. They never felt what it's like to have their own children, and I'm sure they're in love as well. Do you get me? And I think fair is fair, and guidelines are there literally to be a guide for us to make a decision. So decisions are no, sis.
Can I just throw this in there quickly? Yeah.
Of course you can.
What if?
That's what you do best.
What if she had these 2 kids? Let's just make it 1 kid, yeah?
Yeah.
She had this 1 kid when she was 19.
Yeah.
She wasn't able to look after the child. Child went into foster care, got adopted. And so she never had that, you know what I'm saying, up to the age she is now, 43, 41. Yeah. Where she's raised a child by herself.
Yeah.
Would that change your perspective?
It would, because then if the child is not with her anymore, technically it's her child biologically, but it's not her child in a nurturing manner. So yeah, I would have more grace for that, absolutely. But if she's got 2 children that she's raised, nurtured, kept, has them in her life, ma'am, don't be greedy now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bit of a side question, yeah. Do you feel like, where people try to get transplants, right? So like lungs, not hearts, but lungs and those things that you can kind of abuse. So from like
Or like kidney, liver and all that kind of stuff, yeah.
Do you feel like they should be treated on the NHS? I know it's a bit of a broad question.
Absolutely.
Oh, you think they should?
What do you mean? Wait, you mean like when people...
To get like a transplant. So someone's been told, stop drinking for the longest while.
Okay.
Still drinking, smoking as well.
Yeah.
And it's getting to the point where it's like your life is over, right? You got cancer. But we can do the transplant for you, right? As in it's available. Yeah. But do you think the NHS should turn them down because of other people who may need it, who were not abusing their bodies?
But you still pay for it on the NHS, no?
You pay for it?
At a certain age, you still pay for things on the NHS. No?
Oh, okay. I thought that was just medication. I didn't think like surgeries and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not sure, But even if they do, it will definitely be heavily subsidized, right? Wouldn't be the same as private at all.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it should change in terms of how they look at things? I feel like they factor in these things anyway.
I think
right now.
Yeah, I can't lie to you. If someone else has been healthy and blah blah, if you're gonna get a new kidney and you're gonna do the same shit all over again,
it's facts. It's true.
Maybe it's time to
to leave.
Yeah, be your maker. Let me know what you did with that kidney. Yeah, because there's someone else who's like, so imagine like there's like I should never add spice and seasoning to it, but yeah, I think there's someone else who's got a healthier lifestyle who, through no fault of their own, had a bad kidney, and when they get the transplants, they're going to use it well. I think give it to that person.
So it should be a ranking system, basically.
Yes.
Is it you guys show that you all don't value life outside of this particular hospital? Then when it is you get ill, you can't take precedence over someone who was respecting life.
Not in those words exactly, because you sound like you're trying to catch me out.
I'm not. Yeah. But this see, we got your back up because it sounds because I'm talking.
That's kind of like how the
because it's the way you. I think it's your accent. It's your accent.
I'm trying to understand if that's what you're saying.
Basically that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Because I think especially if like if giving you that kidney who was an irresponsible individual is going to rob someone else of that. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair. I think it should be given to the healthier one, the healthier person who's actually going to, because we could give you a kidney, then what? Now in 5 years time you're back again. Get off here, mate. All
right. So Indiyah, again, that's a deeper question.
Yeah.
Should there be rules and policies drawn up that changes the way we look at how people get admitted for surgeries and care? Should it be based on rating? Should it be based on how it is that you live your life outside of the hospital wards?
Yep.
It should be?
Yep.
So it shouldn't be first come, first serve. It shouldn't be a list. It shouldn't be a queue.
No. Obviously, I'm speaking very broadly, right? And I'm just going to see how I normally see things, like through economics, right? The resources are not endless. So you have to pick and choose. what's the best way to pick for people?
Yeah.
I think it's down to people that, I guess, value their life. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you've got somebody who's struggled, right? Cool. You can get the help, rehabilitation, things of that nature, right? But there's people out there, known for their own, who are just in that situation for whatever reason. I don't know. It could be for whatever reason, right? I can't justify giving it to somebody, if I've only got one left, giving it to the person who I've warned before about their lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Over somebody who, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
All right. So what you're saying is that the elderly would never get priority because
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, because I'm not speaking about how you would rank first. You know what I'm saying? I'm not necessarily touching on all of those things.
All right.
I'll need to see all those
I
factors.
want us to delve there though, because that's where
Okay.
it gets a bit sticky, no?
I feel
It
like
sounds like it's survival of the fittest.
it's more so, I think, about value. Also, okay, watch this. Even you just mentioned the elderly. There's certain situations, even now, where the elderly would not have priority over somebody who's younger. And rightfully so, I think, because you've lived, let's say, 70 years. Why should we give you a liver or a heart or whatever that you may only use for the next 5 years compared to somebody else who could use it for the next 55 years? 100%.
So do you think that the system is fairer if it is that we move to that particular type of healthcare?
I think they somewhat have it already, though. You know what I'm saying? I think certain things is not as strict as I'm saying it. And obviously, I'm speaking very plainly and broadly about this right now. I haven't seen all the different factors that go into it. But I think they kind of have it already.
Because we're all paying into the pot right now, right?
Yeah.
With our taxes and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, when you do apply, there's certain criteria that you have to meet. And this is kind of what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
But it's still kind of based on a waiting list.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening right now. I'm suggesting, do you think it should change to yes, there's criteria. Yes, everybody put into the pot. But if it comes down to a surgery, the person who's been waiting the most shouldn't take priority over the healthier person.
The person should be waiting the most.
Let's just say I'm making this scenario and I'm gonna do it extreme. So
I'm gonna liken that what you're about to say. I feel like I know what you're gonna say, but I'm gonna liken it to another analogy.
I'm going to do two lists.
Go on.
List for the healthy and list for the unhealthy, right? But the healthier. So say like, okay, in all the percentage of kidneys that come in, for example, right? Let's say 60% goes to the healthy bunch, 40% to the unhealthy people, right?
Yeah.
And then so that way, it's not a case where someone who's unhealthy has been waiting for years, for example, but then because someone healthy has come on in like a week, they get a kidney over you. Nah, they have their own group. But apparently, anyway, you can't get a liver transplant if you're still drinking.
Yeah, a lot of these things you can't. Yeah, they have to see some type of change, but obviously they know. But it still doesn't. There still will be a chance that you, who's been drinking for previous years, will go back to that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Over somebody who doesn't. You know what I'm saying? All right, Brent, I was just gonna say,
Oh, this is interesting. Sorry. So Ebony Onyx said, my sister-in-law was on the transplant list. She had lupus. She has dialysis 3 times a week. However, she was removed from the list after telling them she's no longer taking her medicine. So they really do be having things in place to check these things.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she openly told them, innit, that she's not taking her medicine. Like, you have to have certain things in place. You have to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise, these resources, which are quite, scarce, may go to the wrong places or the, least effective places. It sounds bad, but, it's... I was going to say, it's kind of like council houses, right? Somebody waiting on a list for 20 years. And then somebody else who comes, been on the list for, 6 months, and they get a place over them. There's certain factors why you would give it to the person who's been, waiting for 6 months.
If they have a child. And
you know what I'm saying? And rightfully so.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
All right, cool.
All right.
All right, nice. Get to our next headlines.
Okay, people.
The camera caught that.
Let's just roll the eyes. All right, so we're touching on this story again. surrounding Miss Meghan
I'm gonna
Markle.
leave this to y'all.
Not again.
No, we need the voice of reason's take.
You know what it is? I don't care, bro.
Have you read the article?
I'm gonna leave it. Nah.
All right.
Listen,
Listen.
I don't care.
Wait, what article?
Wait, you haven't read the article and you said you don't care?
I don't care.
He's not Meghan
Wait,
Markle. He said, I don't care.
this?
Yeah.
Why don't you need to read the article to know if I care?
We're talking about
Never mind.
Meghan Markle.
Yeah. Anyway, let me tell you the new update, right? Okay, so an acclaimed actor and friend of Nelson Mandela told the Mail Online that he's baffled by the Duchess of Sussex's suggestion that his country had rejoiced when she married Prince Harry, and revealed he has never met her despite claiming to be the only South African member of the cast in Disney's recent remake of The Lion King.
Pause.
Yes.
So you don't think this one too wants clout? Okay, let's forget Nelson Mandela's son didn't want clout, or grandson, whoever he was. You don't think this person wants clout?
What's this? If I know that people know that I'm the only person, right? Exactly. I'm the only South African on this show, right? And you're telling me you're telling the world a South African, and they can connect dots.
But did she said South Africa? She just said someone on the I will get my receipts. You keep talking.
All right, cool. Let me continue.
I actually read the whole article.
All right.
Or 50 pages of it.
So Dr. John Canny believes the Duchess of Sussex has made a faux pas after she used a US magazine interview to imply her 2018 royal wedding sparked celebrations in South Africa, reminiscent of the release of his friend Madiba, the legendary anti-apartheid leader. He said Mr. Mandela's walk to freedom after 27 years was a landmark moment, while her marriage to Prince Harry was no big deal in South Africa, adding that the two events cannot be spoken in the same breath, and you really can't say where you were when Meagan married Harry. The interview in The Cut suggested Meagan had been told the opposite by a male South African cast member at the London premiere. Is that true?
I'm saying, ooh, like.
Okay, cool.
Damn.
At the London premiere of the Lion King live-action film held in 2019. Like Esther first told us, it's reported that the Duchess said, he looked at me and he's just like, liked. He said, I just need you to know, when you married into this family, we rejoice in the streets the same way we did when Mandela was freed from prison.
Can you at least say it with a straight face?
It's very difficult. But Dr. Canny, a veteran of the Royal Shakespeare Company who voiced the Mandrill shaman Rafiki, told the Mail Online that he was the only South African in the Disney movie, has never met Meagan, right? And was not at the UK premiere. He said the only other South African who was involved was Lebo M, who's a composer who, together with Hans Zimmer, was responsible for the music for The Lion King. But Lebo M was not in the cast. Dr. Canny said, I cannot even tell you now what month she married or what year, and said he did not believe that the people of South Africa celebrated Meghan's marriage to Prince Harry on a scale that greeted the release of the anti-apartheid campaigner, the great Nelson Mandela, as claimed by her. He said, in my memory, nobody would have known when she got married, when or what. We had no South African link to the wedding or to her marrying Harry. I'm truly surprised by this. For me, it is a non-event, the whole thing. Esther, what do you say about this?
I think we need to leave her alone, man. Just leave it alone, okay? Like, I think people are doing too much, and I feel like she's such an easy target. Like, just get off the woman's back, bruv.
Do you feel like she made herself a target? Because if this is lies, right, why did she have to make this crap up?
I stand corrected. So, in the article...
Oh, good.
I hate we embarrass me. So in the article, it does say that she recalls a moment from the 2019 London premiere of the live-action version of The Lion King. I just had Archie. This is a direct quote. I just had Archie. It was a cruel chapter. I was scared to go out. A cast member from South Africa pulled her aside. She says, so the writer of the article is the one who said a cast member from South Africa pulled her aside. Then now quotes, which means this is what Meagan directly said.
Okay.
He looked at me and he's just like, light. He said, I just need you to know when you married, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fair enough. I guess it does say a cast member from South Africa.
That's what I'm saying.
But did he say cast member from... No, I can't save this one.
We can't?
Yeah, I can't save it. No, man, I can't save it. I was going to do a whole technicality note.
It just it sounds like she should have just kept her mouth closed, man.
Yeah, but do you know what? Okay, because there was that argument online as well. People were saying that for someone who keeps saying this was traumatic for you and blah, 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 you keep talking a lot, right? Y'all are agreeing a bit too much of it. I don't like it.
Look, it's just
I'm nodding my head. So when Brent puts the camera on me, it looks like I'm
You're engaged. But sorry. He's giving bobblehead. But basically, like, I get it, yeah. Because people are like, if you can't talk about this family so much and blah, blah, all this thing you're saying, then maybe just don't talk about it.
Mhm.
But I feel like it's her story as well to say.
But it's not real.
But do you know what it is? I'll be honest with you. I just think the media's agenda against Meagan, yeah. Like, do we actually know? You should stop it.
What?
Do we actually know though that this person? Because I'll be honest with you, unless something comes directly from someone's Twitter or
Mhm.
Instagram, if it's really like just a newspaper article, it's what certain publications,
Mhm.
I'm not really gonna believe that they said that thing. I just think the media, because the whole reason why they left the royal family is because the media have it out for her. Now it's the media trying to discredit her. It just
The media,
come on, man.
I don't think the media's trying to discredit her.
They are. They've
She-
been. Yeah.
This
they are.
magazine, right? She's on the front page of the magazine.
Yeah.
She's come out.
There's someone from South Africa who's commenting in the comment section.
Okay. Our streets were
cool.
empty. So I need to see your passport. Do you know what? I don't know, man. I don't know.
No. But
you know,
he said the guy was lying.
He said the brother was lying. Our streets were empty. So
Exactly. So you're
But-
agreeing with the guy.
yeah, but the thing, my thing is, yeah, though, because I think that's what I said to you yesterday. Meagan said what she said. Someone told her. Sis was not in South Africa. She was down walking down the aisle getting married, right?
Mhm.
So when they try and discredit these things, they're not discrediting the person who told her that. It looks as if Megan's the one lying. Even the
He told
headline
her
you
what?
put on
Sorry.
here,
He told her
you
what?
said was Megan's story all cap
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Do you get me? So someone did tell her that
Tell her what though?
the streets were filled in South Africa.
But how do we know that?
Because she said that someone told. I'm gonna believe that she said that. I'm gonna believe that someone told her that.
do you know,
But whether the person just met her and was starstruck and said, it's like when some people meet their artists here and they're like, oh, you're my favorite artist ever.
Mhm.
Nicki Minaj did this recently.
Yeah.
The person's like, oh, you're my favorite artist, blah blah. She's like, okay, name 5 of my songs. Now they're quiet.
Yeah.
People do this when you meet someone who you watch on TV or you watch whatever,
Yeah.
you just exaggerate how much you like them in the moment.
But
So I feel like maybe that's what the guy did.
But the thing about that is Nikki saw cap immediately. You know what I'm saying? She saw lies and said, obviously I'm not your favorite artist. Megan wanted to believe this.
Yeah, but you're
Secondly-
forgetting. No, but you're not giving grace to where Megan was mentally.
Oh.
Sis was on the she was literally going through it. Because even that, like she was saying how, she didn't really want to go to whatever. She was in a low place, in a low point. And she was. I'm absolutely going to believe that because look, Diana, we know what happened with Diana. She was in a low place. I'm absolutely going to believe that. This is one of the reasons why Harry wanted to leave the royal family because his wife was in a low place.
Mhm.
They asked for help. She got no help, right? So if someone's then giving me a compliment, if I'm having a very bad day here
Mhm.
and I walk in here and you know how Brent likes to make stuff up sometimes, and Brent says to me, "Oh, someone said you are the best thing to ever happen to TDA." I'm like, "Oh wow, that's the best thing I've heard today. Thank you." I'm not going to go and start tracing the what's it called the source of this
Mm.
compliment. Do you get what I mean? So if someone tells her, and also this is a premier, like things is fast moving. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, "Oh, do you have videos? Can I see pictures?"
But Esther, you have to remember, right? I get what you're saying, right? And I appreciate that you're obviously adding context to everything, right?
Yeah.
But it's fast moving, but it's also still Harry and Meghan. Certain
Yeah.
people can get to you, right?
Yeah.
At least that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
She also specified and said this is a guy in the cast, right?
Yeah.
And South African.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is the only South African person there.
Yeah, but do you
You
not
said-
think that someone could have said, "Oh, like someone could have lied." So the same way the person lied about the streets of South Africa celebrating, could have lied about who she was. I've seen
so you
red
think,
carpet.
so you think it was somebody who wasn't part of the cast who came and said this to her?
I'm not sure the person's part of the cast, but I'm saying that that part I don't know about.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that the person saying that, I think they just met her starstruck and said
And
something.
just spoke.
I wanted to connect with her on a level.
Yeah.
And the person said this, but he didn't know that she was in a low point. And at that point, she needed any kind of validation she could get. So she's had that validation. and it's meant something to her, especially in a time when she's fighting the media of the racism, she's fighting the royal family of the racism. They're asking how dark is the baby gonna be and all that kind of crap. So I can empathize with the fact that someone's giving her compliments and that's something that's meant a lot to her. Do you know what I mean? That's something that's stuck with her. There's certain compliments I've received in my life that has stuck with me. So I can understand and appreciate that. Whether then the person was lying, it's a shame because once again, it's just now people are now coming out and say, well, I'm the only cast member on here. I didn't say that. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. No one told her this. But someone probably did. I don't think she has any reason to have said this because she said other parts of it which have been true, which I've seen people tweet stuff and say stuff. She said other parts in the article that actually can be corroborated. Is that word? Yeah, it is. So I don't think she had a reason to lie about this one. I just think the person lied to her and now it's annoying because it's looking as if Meagan lied when the person that actually lied was a South African person who approached her and said that lie. That's what I'm saying. This is what I was saying about the whole Nelson Mandela's grandson coming out.
Yeah.
Mate, the energy should not be towards me. I was told this. If someone says to me, my hair looks nice, I go around saying my hair looks nice, but the person lied to me, but I'm walking in the spirit of my hair looks nice. Why should then people be looking at me like, oh, you're lying about your hair looking nice? No, but that's what I was told.
But I guess to me, right, I just think, like, I'm happy that you defended her, and I think, like, obviously, she's gone through a lot, 100%. I'm not taking that away from her. But I can't compartmentalize and just give her credit when I know she's lied about other things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, she's even said sorry for lying. You know what I'm saying? When she was
talking
talking about her family, her upbringing, she said she doesn't know her white side. You know, she's got a white sister and saying she wasn't raised by them and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
It was all lies.
Have you seen how they behaved? Do you know how they behaved?
So you're justifying why she's lying?
No, I'm just asking a question. Don't
No,
jump
no, they're animals. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
But
so
still,
do you think,
don't tell me you wasn't raised by them. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe she
That's all-
disowned them.
But she was raised by them and you're lying to me.
I'll be honest with you. I'll be very honest with you, yeah.
You would do the same.
Yes!
But it's still a lie.
I will disown you.
But it's still a lie.
But I do this thing...
Do you get what I'm saying, though?
Technically, it's a lie. But if I'm walking into someone... So basically, I'm this person where, if someone does something very, very hurtful to me or whatever,
Yes.
you can be dead to me.
Mhm.
No, as in, like, the person can be standing right next to me.
They're not there. I know what you mean.
You're not there.
I know.
And it's not possible. They could be calling me Esther, but it's not possible for me to respond because I don't talk to corpses. I'm not a witch. You're dead. You're dead to me. So if I knew that my white side were mad, and I'm about to walk in this family and I know what their character is like, I know there's chance of them coming out and saying all these things, you're not going to be a part of my story. Impossible. Impossible.
Okay. I get what you're saying. I get it. But she's lying. She lied. Like, no matter how we paint it, whether, we justify it, she lied.
And for good reasons.
That's fine.
Can you agree that's for good reasons?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Okay.
She lied.
All right.
But for good reasons.
All right.
But she still lied. And I think in this same scenario here...
Too many Nigerians on this cast.
I think in this scenario here, maybe someone did say something to her. I don't necessarily think she just fabricated the thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when I think to myself that you can say these particular people in your family didn't raise you, don't even know them well, that means in your mind, you fabricated a completely different life. So it's not far-fetched for me to believe you fabricated a human being walking up to you and gave you compliments.
Yeah, but I don't think we need to...
Do you get what I'm saying?
After the trigger warning course, we need to do a mental health one course as well. I don't think you're giving, I don't think you're understanding someone speaking from a place of hurt.
No,
Seeing
I
how
do.
a family have acted, I can only imagine what they were like. Say hi to the camera quickly, Yusuf, before you went here. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can only imagine what they were like to her when she got suits, when she was doing all these other things that she was doing. Do you know what I mean? And they must have been horrible people. And that then she wasn't even the most famous person. She's now become one of the most famous people in the world. And we see them literally lying and saying these horrible things about them. I think her even saying that they didn't raise me, blah, 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 it's coming from a place of trauma. It's coming from a place of hurt. I don't think she said that to you because she must have known people are going to find out. It's the media. They're going to find out and they're going to message your families, whatever. But I think her doing interviews and whatever and denying them, I think came from a place of hurt.
The way I see it is, that's fine.
It's a lie, but in my book, it's a justified lie.
Two things, right? To me, I think she banked on the fact that people are more likely to believe her,
Yeah.
who married into the royal family and respectable human being doing something with her life, than the
Where was she
sister
wrong?
and the dad who don't do anything, right?
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two, I think also a lie is a lie and is a lie.
Yeah.
And if she lies about that there, and she's come out and then apologized for her lies, when she's talking about the media said this, that, and the third, then the emails then come out,
Yeah.
right? And then she has to backtrack and apologize for those lies.
Yeah.
When she's come here and basically said people celebrated her marriage to Harry in South Africa, like the release of Mandela. It's ridiculous. Like, to me, it's just absolutely ridiculous. This is why I defended the grandson yesterday, because you're making the South Africans look like idiots.
Do you know what's mad to me? Yeah, it's not that ridiculous to me.
What?
Because I remember what African countries were like when Obama got elected.
But comparing it to, like, being happy for him to be elected, that's fantastic.
No, but you don't.
But comparing it to the release
just like
of
people-
Nelson Mandela,
People were throwing parties when Obama got elected, and it
compare
had
it
nothing to do with their countries.
to Mandela. That's a
Giving you-
I
big
don't think it's
I'm
statement.
far-fetched.
giving you one more minute.
Huh?
I'm giving you one more minute.
Should we talk about
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we do need to move on. But yes, you get what I'm trying to
this?
say?
So now you guys know you want to move on. You still have talked for England today.
Anyway, like I said, I think if she is lying, which I believe she 100% is, this is justified. You need to expose it.
What's her name? Sorry. Was it Ebony or X? No, it's Gin and Gist. She said next week we need to unpack Esther because I need to understand this everyday on Hill for these lost cases.
Mm.
I'm just an empath. I think about people's mental health. I understand trauma, how these things work, and I feel bad for the babe.
One of our community members celebrated their anniversary today.
Yes, 8
Yes.
years.
Shout out to them. Who's it?
Chijoke.
Shout out to you. Is it
Big up you,
Virgo?
Chijoke. You and your partner.
Yeah, man. Pick up.
8 years, that's it.
Big up, big up. Big up, big up.
All right,
Cool.
the next bit.
So the next headline. Oh, man. So basically, a Saudi woman has been sentenced. Trigger warning?
What, for being sentenced?
No, because it's a bit. Okay, maybe I do need the course. Anyway.
You know, maybe you do. I only contact Danielle.
I was trying to be safe. So a Saudi woman has been sentenced to 45 years in prison for her social media posts in the second case of its kind this month, activists say.
Oh, wow.
You understand why I had trigger warning?
Yeah,
No?
but this is not triggering.
Okay, cool.
Women need to know this.
All right. So rights group Dawn reported that a terrorism court convicted Noura bint Saeed al-Qahtani of using the internet to tear the social fabric and violating public order by using social media. Little is known about her other than she's criticized Saudi leaders. As previously reported on TDA, another woman was jailed for 34 years over her Twitter activity on the 9th of August. Abdullah Aloud, who's the director of research for the Gulf region at Dawn, he told the BBC's NewsHour program that they found out about Qahtani's case only after being passed court documents by a judicial source and that it was continuing to investigate. He said, nothing in her court documents pertains to any violence or criminal activity. The charges against her are really broad. They are using the counter-terrorism law and the anti-cybercrime law. They can criminalize any posting that is even remotely critical of the government, he added. Several other female activists have reportedly been detained in relation to social media posts since last year. Mr. Aloud said he feared that they could also be handed lengthy prison sentences.
That's sad, man.
Very, very sad, man.
What did she actually post?
They haven't said gone into bare detail. Like, they're still investigating that group called Dawn. Yeah, but basically all they are saying is that she was using the internet to tear the social fabric, and also she was violating public order by using social media. So really, she was just criticizing the leaders in Saudi Arabia.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and yeah.
It's very sad, man.
Mm-hmm.
The women over there are just going through a lot.
Yeah.
Cool.
And that's the end of the headlines.
All right, let's get into Word on Road. I think the internet is one of the funniest places, you know. It's absolutely bloody hilarious. So basically, Leonardo DiCaprio is being cooked. Sorry. Yusuf, can you unhighlight it, please?
I'm trying to.
I'm so scared that
I don't
you're
even
gonna
know. I don't know
erase
how
it.
I done it.
Just
There's
click on
tapping
something
the screen.
else.
No, I've been tapping the screen for time thinking, how have I
Let me just
highlighted it?
screenshot just in case. That's my worst fear, you know, is the whole document disappearing. But yeah, so basically he's being cornered online here because there's this running joke that he only likes to date women under 25. So basically, whenever he breaks up with a girl, if he meets them when they're younger, say for example like 22 or
Sorry, is that a
something,
joke or is that just observation?
it's not a joke.
Oh.
It's there's receipts to prove it. But yeah, so what it is that when they clock 25, or as they're approaching 25, as in like a couple months away from 25, he tends to break up with them and get a new version.
Wow.
So yeah, so he recently broke up with his girlfriend.
What was that, Emmanuel?
I said, wow.
Oh.
Well, what do you think I said?
That's a good man.
His girlfriend Camilla Morone. So she literally turned 25 in June and allegedly broke up earlier in summer.
Wow.
And he's got a new girlfriend, allegedly, a Ukrainian model who's 22.
So he's got 3 years with her.
Yeah, he's got 3 years with her.
Nice
Like
one.
someone had like a whole. I can't bother to read all of it, but they proper had like receipts of this is a pattern. This is what this uncle does. When you're approaching, once you get to 25, they're like, okay, your time is up. Next kind of thing. Next on my thing. So yesterday I spoke about Ari Lennox. Yeah, I spoke about Ari Lennox and the fact that she announced her album coming out. And I told you guys that she released a song. She was going to release a song with Summer Walker. She did release the song. Super, super cool song. But she also had another surprise. But before I get there, actually no, I'll go this way. She had another surprise. And the surprise was the EP.
Okay.
She gave us an EP. So the EP is called Away Message. And she said in her Instagram caption, when she posted it, she said, off the internet, actually, first of all, wait, the album cover is really cool. It's like a bowl, yeah, and it's got her phone in the bowl. Is my camera showing this?
Oh, yeah.
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 Old school phones there.
Yeah.
Mm.
And so she says, off the internet until the 9th of September, which is when her album comes out. So here's my away message to you all. Again, the EP is called Away
But
Message.
that's next week, Friday.
Yeah.
Is that a long time?
Long enough. When you're promoting an album, I suppose it's long enough because you should be active every day and stuff. So she says, new EP to hold you over until the album. Love ya. I have listened to it. Absolutely love it. It's banging.
How many tracks
But
on the EP?
5. So, Mr. Rotation, you gonna cover that?
We've got to cover the album and the EPs.
But EPs are easy. I think you like it,
You know what? I listen to.
I really think you like it.
These are just probably songs that didn't make the album.
Yeah, it's 5 songs.
Yeah.
But then the one she released with Summer yesterday, Queen Space, is actually on the EP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I didn't know that it would be. But there is already a single out on the album called Hoodie.
Where's the EP? Oh, here.
Yeah, it's called Hoodie and Pressure. You know Pressure?
No, I don't think I heard.
Pressure?
Oh no, the one produced by Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be on the album. So that's what I guess that was her lead single from the album.
Oh, this run has been going on for long though. Pressure came out.
Yeah,
time
last
ago.
year. Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But also, my king, J. Cole, he posted something about her album yesterday, which I thought was really, really sweet. Remember, so she's signed to Dreamville. And if I'm not wrong, I think she's the only
Sorry, quickly.
girl.
The album cover you spoke about yesterday, that's Ari Lennox.
Yeah.
But it's not the same album cover.
Yeah, because this is... Yeah, I know. I don't know why they've done that.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why they've done that. It's different on there. But on the album cover that she put out, when she says age, sex, location, that was her. That was her on the floor and women looking sexy. But I don't know why they've done that.
To be fair, this
Probably
album cover
updated.
is more suited to the title.
Yeah, do you think?
Yeah, because obviously remember what I told you about
Oh, yeah.
the computers.
Maybe that was a thingy then. Just a photo shoot. But what you actually told me yesterday, that was her inspiration behind the album. So J. Cole said, in his caption, he put it on Instagram, but the caption says, I asked Ari what this new album means to her. I needed to know because I fuck with it so heavy. What I hear is the highs, lows, joys, and pains of dating life in 2022. But her answer made it even deeper for me. Appreciate you, Ari Lennox. Looking forward to the rest of the world hearing it. And so the message she sent him is basically an iMessage. And she said to him what the album is about. She says, transitional space, very vulnerable, codependent, and validation-seeking part of my life. I remember the countless times I was kicked out of dating apps because they didn't think I was really myself. It reminded me of those age, sex, location days where I actually wasn't being myself in those chat rooms. I spent so much time seeing the God and good in some abusive people, neglecting my needs and self-worth, romanticizing terrible people, ignoring red flags, ignoring my opinions and those knots in my stomach when interacting with people I'm dating. communicating my concerns immediately, no more tiptoeing, no more docile, providing grace and compassion to myself, blocking those that no longer serve me or just literally not responding, blocking the resistance to heal, allowing accountability and maturing, allowing growth to happen, allowing self-worth and self-love and inner work to happen, allowing therapy, allowing dating me to happen, doing things I like to do whenever I want, learning new things, allowing that desperation and neediness to fade. What's for me is for me, and I'm complete on my own. This is my eat, pray, love journey, and it's my honest goodbye to searching for love. I got it right here inside of me, the end of searching for anything other than self-love and family, pouring into me and giving the greatest love to me. I love her. I absolutely love her. So I'm really looking forward to it. I knew it was going to be that kind of mature growth kind of vibe. So I'm looking forward to it. Emily and I were talking about it yesterday, actually. We were talking about, get a glass of wine ready, getting our feelings. Shout out, Emily. Yeah, you're Emily, by the way. Brent.
Yeah?
Oh,
Yeah, you're Emily, yeah.
Don't worry, you guys will see her very, very soon.
Lovely.
When you said you are Emily, I thought you meant you are Emily. Brent.
I'm Emily.
No, as in Brent, you are Emily.
Oh, no, he's not.
We are all Emily.
All right. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be really sick and yeah, here for it. Next on my so this year when I saw it, I was gonna laugh by it. But then as I did my further research, I said, okay, let me not. So Stacey Dash only just found out that DMX died.
Show you
She only just found out DMX died. His uncle died like a year ago. But she said she was scrolling on TikTok and she saw a TikTok of one of his favorite songs that she absolutely loves. But then she's seen R.I.P. and she's like, R.I.P.? Then she went to do her research and then she found out that he'd passed away. But this is, obviously, I was going to joke about it, but then it kind of got deeper. She was talking about it because I thought, okay, I get it. So Stacey Dash, so obviously DMX passed away from cocaine overdose, wasn't it? So she says that she's had a battle with drugs as well. And she's 6 years and 1 month clean. So for her, she was really upset that the demon that is addiction took him. And I guess that demon won. So she was just basically encouraging people like, you know what, just if you've gone through something like this, just keep fighting and don't let it take you kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it kind of had an emotional end to it. So I was like, okay.
She must be living in a real hole.
She does. I think she really does. It was her, wasn't it, that said, because she's, if I'm not wrong, it is her. I'm sure it's her. Because she said, or was it Maya? What somebody, said that they're vegan now or vegetarian, but she says that she doesn't date people who eat meat because when she kisses them, she can taste the death on their lips.
I don't think I heard that. I'm not sure
It was a whole bunch of foolishness. She can taste the death on the lips. But so that's just that. My next bit of news, power. Allegedly, not even allegedly, this is the whole thing. So Joseph Sikora, Tommy, and Gianni Paolo, who plays Brayden, they're beefing in real life.
I saw it on 50's page yesterday.
Yeah, so there was a show, right, where they're both on stage or whatever, and Brayden, I'm gonna call him Brayden because that's what I know him as, went to shake like Tommy's hand, and Tommy looked at him and looked away, left him hanging. But then Brayden kind of played off cool, like kind of pat him on the back kind of thing. So he basically put an Instagram post up and he said, listen, I was going to leave this shit alone, but people keep sending me this and this dude straight up telling lies. It's not all good. So I think Tommy recently had an interview or whatever and he said, it's all good. Obviously the videos come up, it was on TikTok and blah, blah. It was a whole thing. So he said it's all good. So Brayden's annoyed that Tommy's acting as if their relationship is great. So he says, listen, I was gonna leave this shit alone, but people keep sending me this, and this dude straight up telling lies. It's not all good. I asked him in the elevator what his deal was with me because he's been doing this shit for years when I've shown nothing but respect and love. He kept just saying he doesn't fuck with me. Nothing was resolved. Stop spreading lies because people are pressing you about your saltiness. I've said nothing but amazing things about this dude on the podcast. And if you listen to it, you know. Season 6 of Power, he was the nicest guy in the world to me. Then when Ghost happened, everything switched up. If you're going to try and pretend like shit is resolved for social media, because you're mad everybody's asking why a 47-year-old man is throwing shade at someone who everybody fucks with, then at least do better than that, my guy. He's been doing this shit behind closed doors for years. You made this public on stage, Grandpa, not me. Now you're dealing with the outcome of being a child. He then goes on to say, last thing I'll say is that I don't give a fuck if you don't like me. Nobody needs to like everybody, and that's completely fine. But don't pretend on social media that we're good after I tried to make peace, still after the years of disrespect and shade, and you said no. Then he says, Tommy character is still a goat though. Then of course 50 Cent doing what 50 Cent does. One thing I like about 50 Cent is, much I don't like a lot of things he does, this man is going to promote his shit. He's going to promote what he's doing. So then he posted and he said, oh shit, it's up. Now, I never like to start shit, but you should sock him, Tommy. Wait, I think this little nigga, Brayden, got a knife. LOL. Then he tags his cognac.
And 50 always puts his hashtags and his whatever he's promoting at the moment.
He's going to put it up there. But I don't know. I wonder what would be, can't lie, I'm going to believe Brayden. I don't feel like he has a reason to be lying about these things. Certain lies, I think we know how to reason to lie. I mean, people prove me wrong most times, but yeah. But I feel like it's probably a thing where, because Power, Ghost Book happened before Tommy's one, wasn't it?
Mm.
So maybe there's some kind of production thing where Tommy's one was meant to actually happen before.
No, Tommy's one was meant to be the first one out.
And then obviously there was more interest in Tariq and Brayden and their drug game. Yeah. So maybe that's the saltiness behind it. I reckon it would be. I think it's some kind of, it's giving jealousy to me.
White boy beef.
White boy beef. White boy beef for real. But yeah, so.
And Tommy Show, I think, is probably the lowest rated out of the Power show.
I tried to watch it.
I'm a proper Power fan, and I couldn't finish this.
Tommy's one.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Even
finish
Kanan's one, I'm struggling.
Was it?
Nah, Kanan, I'm not gonna lie to you. Well, in my opinion, Kanan one is the best.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you said that to me.
It's the most authentic one as well.
Better
Really?
than Tariq's one.
Yeah.
Do you know what's mad? Is the way that I hate that. I don't think you understand.
Mm.
I wanted Tariq flogged in the real life. Like, he was pissing me off. But when he got his own show,
Yes, I agree.
I was shedding tears. I said, please don't let this.
Yeah,
don't let him
because
to
he
jail.
became the main character.
Yes.
So without him, there's no show. So you're
Yeah.
almost forced to get behind him.
Yes.
No, but also because he
He
saw
showed-
more of him.
I saw
Like,
more of him.
it-
I saw more
like-
of him than being a sport brat.
Exactly.
Because all of a sudden I realized that, do you know what? Yeah. And it was a shame. I said, do you know, you actually could have been running this game with your dad. But I guess, you know, Amari wanted more money. They weren't going to give it to him. They had to kill him off.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah. He wanted more money. They weren't going to give him more money. And then he said, all right, I'm done. So they had to write him, kill him off.
Bye-bye.
The show. Yeah. No, bye-bye.
Yeah.
No,
Tariq did
he
well by
deserved it.
himself.
No, but Omari deserved that. He deserved that money. Because I remember he used to be on Being Mary Jane.
Mhm.
And he was like, it was basically like the lead, because she used to sleep with married men. And he was the lead married man she was sleeping with.
Okay.
But then he had to leave
Okay.
because he got power, right? So I remember when he did the Breakfast Club and they were like, oh, why did you leave Being Mary Jane? He was like, power is my Being Mary Jane. He's like, Gabrielle Union's got that. But this is now time for me to have my own show.
Yeah.
And when I think of the way season 1 was, it was sick, but I feel like it only got sicker. He deserved that pay rise. I can't lie to you.
Yeah,
He
of course.
deserved it.
He is power.
He should have got
was
it.
Power.
He should, because I think he should have got it. Yeah, I would have liked to see him and Tariq running the game together.
Right.
Because when I'm seeing Tariq doing what he's doing, and he's so loyal, he's so calculated, he's so smart.
Yeah.
So you had the ability to be smart like this.
But
And you got your sister killed.
maybe that's the greatness of the writers.
Yeah,
And not necessarily
Who's that?
Ghost.
yeah, but
You
I
say?
think Ghosts. Because when I see Omari Hardwick, yeah, even in normal life, even the way he stands, you know when he used to do that whole thing with his hands, he's like he embodied Ghosts. That's a sick actor. That is a sick actor. But that being said, I do absolutely love. It's a Power Book, isn't it?
Yeah. Power Book 2.
Yeah, Power Book 2.
Yeah.
Tariq's one.
Yeah, same. Like, I'll be honest with you, it may sound a bit mad, but I think his one I kind of enjoyed more consistently than Power.
Really?
Yeah.
You're bad vibes.
Because Power's one, yeah. There were times when I was kind of watching it because I wanted to support 50. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah. Because to me, some parts of it just show
Where did you
amateur.
watch it? Where did you watch it?
What do you mean where?
On what platform?
Netflix.
I was gonna say.
Wasn't it only on Netflix at the time?
No, when it first came out, it was only on Stars.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I watched that on Netflix. So yeah, so I saw amateur acting here and there. Some things weren't believable,
Really?
but I stuck with it because everyone was like, "It's good, it's good, it's good." So like, cool. Tariq's one, I didn't feel like I needed
Chiefs
to do
one
that.
is sick, man.
Yeah, I
That
respect
needs
that.
to come
One.
back ASAP. But what I do though, I don't watch it weekly.
Okay.
We're not gonna do a review. We're gonna talk about it in here, are we, Brent? Please say no.
I thought,
No, we're gonna
No.
put a segment where we have reviews, man.
But
Oh.
you,
Because basically the way I watch stuff, yeah.
but the way you said it was like that was even up. That show was even in contention for being discussed.
Well, like it is obviously,
No, it's not.
but he's saying it is.
No, he said shows in general.
Yeah,
Oh,
in general.
Yeah,
because basically the way I watch, I'm a binge watcher,
yeah.
so I leave it all, and then I just go at it. I can't wait weekly. Like it really bugs me to wait weekly. But anyways, yeah, the white boys are beefing on Power. Okay, my last bit of news.
1 second. Have you watched BMF?
No.
BMF is hard as well.
see, that's what I was
Okay.
gonna ask you. Like, what's the best one? Because I haven't started BMF yet.
What's BMF about?
BMF
Is that Power as well?
it's not about the Power Universe. It's in the Power
Okay.
Universe because it's under 50, but it's not. It's about Big Meech.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know you know Big Meech.
Larry Hoover guy.
Who?
Is that
No,
cross lyrics?
Yeah,
Larry
that
Hoover-
guy. It's
Yeah.
about him.
No, Larry Hoover is a separate person.
Oh, but
They're two separate people, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's that
reference.
same song. Yeah. So it's
Okay,
about.
I'm
She
showing my
just
age.
said
aren't I?
big moves. Larry. That's, what
That's how
she
I know.
did.
Yeah.
It's basically Big Meech's life story.
Oh, okay.
Essentially, yeah. So it starts off when he's a kid, and the guy playing Big Meech is actually
Yeah.
his son.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
lovely.
It's hard still. It's hard.
Okay, I'm gonna watch that then.
Yeah.
Is it? How many seasons is there?
So far, I think there's only been one so far.
Is it?
You
There's
thought
one?
so hard. I thought you were gonna give me 3.
No, I thought there was 2, but there's only
I
one.
was on
What's
one.
it on?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought
Okay.
there was more.
I'll watch that. I'll add it to my list. All right. So my last bit of news. You're one. Use that one. I think Pretty Little Thing watched CDA personally. So basically, yeah, Pretty Little Thing, as we know, they're fast fashion. They get a lot of slack for, I guess, a cheap fast fashion that's not it's not sustainable to the world, to the earth, and all that kind of stuff. So they have now introduced a marketplace, so PLT marketplace, and so they've said they described it as the buying and selling community, allowing you to sell on the clothes you no longer wear or buy, and shop for something new to you. So yeah, that's what they're doing. Remember, I told you, I even mentioned it yesterday because you guys were on my neck about Indiyah. Hope we don't have a repeat of that today. But that they did a whole, what's it called? A whole thing, poll on Twitter where they said retweet for Indiyah, like for Gemma. People, they got more like stupid, more retweets for Indiyah than Gemma. So anyways, they've now, and then they ended up signing Gemma. And obviously people were like, so you basically use her for clickbait, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, they've now partnered with Indiyah. So they said, okay, now we can make it official. This was literally this morning, so hot off the press. Our it girl, Indiyah, will be our first ever ambassador for the Marketplace app, a buying and selling community allowing you to sell on the clothes you no longer wear or buy and shop for something new. So yeah, so then they got a whole poster. It says Pretty Little Thing Marketplace starring Indiyah. And Indiyah put up a post and she said, internally screaming, I can finally tell you what we've been working on for so long. I'm the first ever ambassador for Pretty Little Thing Marketplace. This is a dream come true and I can't wait to bring you all on the journey with me. So the 5th of September, I guess that's when we'll see a proper launch. She said, watch this space. Resell, rewear, recycle. Hashtag PLT Marketplace. I'm glad it does something with her. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't really want her signing with PLT just because PLT gets a lot of bad press for their lack of sustainability. So I didn't really want her attached to that brand. I didn't want people dragging her whilst trying to drag PLT. So I guess...
Sorry, what do you mean by lack of sustainability?
Like, so it's it's like fashion that apparently ruins the earth.
As in what, the material?
Yeah, so the material, the way they get it. So obviously it's alleged that they pay people like peanuts to make the clothes. The quality is not very great. It's like, it's just poor clothing, basically. It's not really sustainable clothing. It's not clothing that you can have for like years. It's just, you wear it, after a few wears, it's tear, and then you have to buy a new one. So that kind of recyclable fashion where you're consistently going through clothes, and then they waste a lot of clothes as well, where they just go and dump in places, and is that kind of those kind of fast fashion brands. So I'm kind of glad that she's not really attached to PLT like that, and she wasn't attached to like the main brand. But the marketplace will be interesting to see. I mean, they did get a lot of slack from people because people are saying that your quality is not great for you to be doing a marketplace.
Mm.
We can't resell your clothes because when we buy them, the quality is poor.
Mhm.
You have to rebuy something new. So what about this is sustainable? But pick up Indiyah anyway. She's out here collecting an additional bag and here for it really.
100%.
I just wanted to get all the bags and at some point I would like to see her have her own clothing line. So that'd be great.
Yeah, man.
But yeah.
National Cinema Day.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Cinema.
Oh yeah. I thought you were sending me that just for my own personal
No.
use. So I really thought that was So basically, why don't you put it in the doc?
I sent it to you to put in the doc.
Why? You have
'Cause
access
you're
to the
Wooden
doc too.
Road.
You have access to the doc too.
Oh, so I can add to your stuff?
Yeah, E-Man does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can.
Cool.
So basically, one of our lovely listeners sent this in for us. So the 3rd of September, which is Saturday, is National Cinema Day. So The View, Cineworld, and Odeon, you can watch stuff in London for £3. 3 Great British pounds, which I think is really good. It includes 3D and IMAX format movies as well.
Dope.
So guys, get to booking ASAP.
Dope.
I wonder if you do it online, if it would come up that way, like automatically. Do you get what I mean?
Hope so.
Should
Yeah.
do.
Well, yeah, it says with tickets are being sold for as little as £3. A number of cinemas will be showing a mixture of recently released films, such as Idris Elba's thriller Beast, alongside old favorites that they may not have screened on the big screen in many years. For example, E.T. the Extraterrestrial will be on there as well for its 40th anniversary and all that great stuff. So they said to get the cinema tickets, it's as easy as going to your local participating cinema on. There's always some kind of catch. They've got to be participating, guys. So you go to your local participating cinema on the 3rd of September and buy a ticket for one of the movies that is screening as part of the event. And then if you want to plan ahead as well, you can purchase tickets online for 3rd of September and see the range of movies on offer. So thank you for sending that in, our lovely listener. And yeah.
Can I add one thing?
Was it not listener? Was it you?
No,
No, it was definitely listener, but I was just reading the comments.
Are they laughing at me?
What's happening?
oh.
You don't leave me alone.
No. Go on,
Wow, gin and gist. It was gin and gist I said was my +1, isn't it?
Yeah.
What? She said, imagine telling your employer to do it themselves. Listen, this is not a dictatorship.
That's all. That's all. Someone earlier asked, how do we get Emmanuel off the show? It's democracy, but ain't no democracy.
It's democracy. Furthermore, do you know what's crazy? Yeah, you not see the people on this show. Like, they see what we're like. Do you really, like, each person on here is a strong character. Do you really think anyone on here is someone who bows down to authority without questioning why it is they should be bowing?
Look how much we'll give him props to Boris Johnson for staying on.
Exactly. You think,
behave,
nah,
people.
man.
Behave.
Brent got something to put on Word and Brent add it in the damn doc himself. That's what Brent would do.
And how did I respond? I said, okay.
That is too funny, man. But yeah, someone said, haven't seen Nope yet. I want to see that. Have you seen that?
Nope.
Nah.
What's that?
It's what's that, babe? Daniel Kaluuya's film.
Oh, that one. Oh no,
Yeah.
I ain't seen that.
It's him and who? Kiki Palmer, right?
Yes, Kiki Palmer. Yeah, I want to see it. I'm hearing mixed reviews.
Oh, is it?
More on the Nope side.
Damn.
More on the Nope side. Apparently, some people that were invited to the screening are trying to keep up appearances. But it's nice. But
Apparently, he decided to film that rather than doing Black Panther 2.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah, man.
nope. That's crazy. Should have done Black Panther 2.
Boy.
Oh, that's sad. That's quite sad, you know.
Obviously, he done it because obviously in this movie he's the main character. He probably got paid more screen time.
Actually, what am I talking about? I reported this, didn't I?
Yep.
I think we've had this conversation already.
Yep.
Interesting. Right.
Before we go, I just wanted to find I found that quote about the whole
If it's Meagan, I don't want to hear it.
No.
Oh, okay.
It was Maya.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So she said, last year I had an experience with someone I've known for over 10 years. He leaned in to kiss me and I smelled death on his breath. I was just like, I don't know if I can do this.
Because he didn't
Are
brush
you a
his teeth.
psycho, bro? How can you smell death on someone's breath,
Hey.
ma'am?
What she meant was she smelled meat. She smelled his last meal.
Yeah, but
Mm.
ew. Who says that? That's so
Well.
nasty.
Well,
Yeah. But yeah, all right. That is it from me. Let's get into the People's Journal.
okay, people. So welcome to the People's Journal. I'll give you the news from an economics point of view. So first, I want to ask you guys a question here. Do you lot know what quiet quitting is?
No, you don't make a scene, you just leave.
Okay. What about you, Yusuf?
No.
So basically, you know how people like to just make up new things, right?
Mm.
But quiet quitting isn't like what it says. You don't actually quit your job. So basically, what it is basically
It's the
you're-
millennials that came up with it. There's Gen Z in it.
yeah, it's probably a white person somewhere. So basically,
Not what I said.
it basically means you only do what your job demands and nothing more.
Isn't that what people should be doing?
Anyway, so basically, quitting, doing anything extra. That's the whole quiet quitting thing. And apparently, it's kind of caught on. And there was some white woman, on TikTok who was basically breaking it down like it's a proper new philosophy. And this is what she's saying. She's basically saying a lot more people need to do it. And the reason why she started doing it is because she asked for a pay rise. And they were like, sorry, mate. Like, there's nothing here for you anymore, like type thing. And she said she just thought, this is ridiculous. She began taking on more responsibility. And at that time, she was working more than 60 hours a week. So,
Girl,
60 hours a week, yeah.
should have been quite quick.
Exactly. And so she said she was promised a pay rise, never materialized. She felt humiliated. I said, I'm not working extra for these people ever again. So I'm assuming let's just say she works a normal 35 hour job.
Yeah.
She's cut that down from 60 to 35. And you just think to
As
yourself,
it should.
Wow.
Huh?
Why was she? The wow was when she was doing 60.
Yeah.
Is it your father's company?
This is it. So yeah. That's quite quitting. So I don't know if people in the comments, people who watch this, have decided to quiet quit before.
I think quiet quitting should be standard. Why should I do more than I'm being paid to do?
Exactly.
No, but
Unless I'm passionate about what I'm doing,
Yeah.
and it's almost a job where I take on. That I
Yeah.
live it and breathe it, and I know that me doing extra will help me climb the ladder or put me in a better position. But most of the time, why should I be paid more? Sorry, why should I work more and not get paid for it?
But it depends on your mentality. Because remember, that's sometimes how you show yourself different to all the other employees.
That's what I'm saying. If you want to climb the ladder
Yeah.
within that role,
Yeah.
then fair enough.
That's pretty much why they'll
if you
do it.
don't, then impossible.
Yeah, but most people, you start a job, you wanna, progress and stuff. So that's why I guess she's doing it. She's thinking, you know what? Like you said, I like the job too.
Yeah, no.
probably,
If you like the
but
job,
also
and you're
I
passionate
want
about
to
the job,
climb.
and you know that that's what it takes for you to get to the next level,
Yeah,
then go for it.
this is it,
I've
man.
been crying quitting my whole life.
But if not, if it's a job, this is just a bus stop,
Mm,
then big man, you do what you're paid to do. That's it.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, and the next thing is basically in Germany, right? Because this whole cost of living thing,
Mhm.
they came up with a new scheme, which I think if that happened here would be crazy. Basically, this is what it is. They subsidized travel in the country, and basically
Yeah.
you could buy a travel pass for £9 for an entire month.
Wow. UK could
Yes.
never.
There you go. So basically, they were able to travel the whole country for did I say £9? €9.
Yeah,
So £7.50 basically, yeah, a month, right? And this was an attempt to drive down the whole cost of living thing. So basically, all local and regional transport on trains, buses, metro was included in the entire thing, right? Some of the intercity trains wasn't included, but regardless, most things were, right? And basically, it was basically to get people to leave their cars at home, so that obviously you're not wasting fuel.
Mm.
But also you're not having to face the effects of having to pay these crazy high fuel charges,
Yeah.
which obviously was brought about because of COVID, but mainly the whole Russia thing.
Mm.
Remember, I said yesterday, Germany relied on Russia's gas like crazy, and their oil and all of that like crazy. So they started this about 3 months ago, and I mention it now because they put an end to it. And yeah, people are obviously sad, man. But what they one person basically said that even though this happened and a lot more people are traveling and using public transport and whatnot, they're not too sure if it actually had an effect on the whole emissions thing. So basically what they say is, according to the German Transport Association, the scheme. What happened?
Someone said Yusuf is quite a quick
Listen, I'm only doing the bare minimum today. Talking on topics I care about.
Sorry, man.
All right, so according to the German Transport Association, the scheme will have led to a reduction of 1.8 million tons in CO2 emissions. But the calculation, based in part on research, which suggests the cheap ticket had lured people to use public transport rather than their cars for the first time, has been disputed by some experts, right? They also basically are saying, obviously, commuters now have to brace themselves for the more expensive autumn, and the fuel tax reduction also ends on the 1st of September, so today, because in addition to that whole thing, there was also a fuel tax reduction.
Yeah.
And I think they tried to do that here as well. But basically, it was more significant in Germany, and it brought down the fuel to under €2. Before that, it was just climate. So yeah, all of that's basically gone now, innit? And my thing is, as always, when you subsidize certain things, who's paying for it long term?
Yeah.
Generally, it's the people that's paying for it, right? And this is the problem. So hopefully Germany are able to adjust and do what they need to do.
Yeah.
In terms of the whole energy prices thing, again, I feel like I'm just kind of repeating myself, but more and more analysts are coming forward basically saying, I don't think we actually know the gravity of all of this, right? So Goldman Sachs has basically said...
You love to scare people, Dan.
Yeah, but...
Because you know what? You're saying that what can people do?
Prepare.
How?
Like, certain decisions you're going to make now till, I don't know, winter, for example. You need to go out to this particular place. You need to buy this. You want to buy this particular thing. Maybe don't do it.
So
save
budget
that money.
save, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't know about these things, like I said yesterday, if you know more, you do more. You do better.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically, they're saying they warn inflation could basically hit 22%. So right now it's like 10%, 22% they're kind of predicting by next year, which is just crazy. Like I said before, Ofgem raised the energy price cap for household bills by more than 80% already. So yeah, it's really gonna be crazy. So TDA listeners, please, man, actually don't just hear what I'm saying, do something about it. Also, last thing is Liz Truss. She rules out the whole energy rationing thing. She was asked about this in their back and forth with Rishi Sunak.
Yeah.
Sunak was like, "Look, I'm not ruling out anything." He was basically being a fence sitter, right? But Liz Truss was like, "Listen, I'm ruling it out. There's no we're not going to be rationing in energy and this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
We're just going to live how we're doing, and we'll find a way to tackle this whole crisis." She's still for the tax thing like that I mentioned yesterday. Cutting taxes and believing that obviously if we can incentivize people being proactive in just different areas of life, like sparking up businesses and businesses having more to play with, then obviously in turn that trickles down, and everyone can benefit, and we can better cope with the whole cost of living crisis. So yeah, man, that's pretty much it for today.
Nice. Right, let's get into asking for a friend. Alrighty, asking for a friend. There's a woman at my friend's workplace that he says loves off the mandem. She has admittedly slept with a couple of the men and flirts with most. She has even kissed a few of the women. Over the last year, he has become close friends with this woman. Now his workplace are all talking behind his back and assume that he is now sleeping with this woman. I know my friend well. I know he's not sleeping with her. He has been married around the same time as me and he loves his wife madly. In his defense, my friend is a huge flirt though. I've seen him flirt with everyone, from the manager to the cook to the outward member of the LGBT community. I genuinely believe his friendship with this woman is real and there is no romantic intention on his part. How would you advise my friend move forward? let it not be me. I'm gonna let the men go first on this one.
So what? This is just assumptions.
It's assumptions, but there's
What
previous
we have-
receipts
what
that
we have-
shows this.
Yeah, shows flirting, not shows that.
No, as in like the woman
Yeah,
typically tends to
sleep with the man then.
yeah.
She's done it a couple of times.
But who's the man then? Does he mean his friends, people within the
So
same
his
circle?
friend is now friends with a woman who has reputation
Yeah,
of sleeping around, and I guess
Yeah.
not just an empty reputation. It's like
Yeah.
people actually know this is what she does. She loves a lip. She
Yeah.
loves all that stuff, and she loves to flirt. And his friend flirts as well.
but is this girl going around saying that she slept with him?
No, that doesn't tell us that.
Yeah, so there's no actual solid concrete evidence. It's just Chinese whispers, hearsay, gossip.
Yeah, but in the workplace though, people, all that stuff is not good.
I know, you just set them straight. You tell them that it's not true. They don't want to believe it, then that's on palaver. But the girl hasn't said, I fucked him. He hasn't
Yeah, but
fucked
because
her.
she's got that reputation of doing so,
Yeah.
people are talking about the friend. So it's about what the friend should do. Because you're in a professional setting, you can't have people talking about
Yeah.
you sleeping
Set-
with this person, blah blah. So
set
what should the
everyone
friend
straight.
do?
Set everyone straight. If he knows people think that he slept with
Yeah.
her, then tell them that it's not true.
Okay.
That's what we can do.
Yeah.
Really, that's what we can do. And hopefully this hasn't got back to his missus.
Boy.
And if it has, then he has to set her straight as well. That's what we can do, is just tell the truth. He hasn't slept with her at the end of the day, so he hasn't done anything wrong. And obviously stop being flirty. Stop giving people a reason
Yeah.
to believe the rumors. So stop
Mhm.
flirting with people. Stop, entertaining this type of behavior. And
Yeah.
just staying straight and narrow. That's it.
You man?
Yeah, pretty much, man. The same as what Yusuf said. Like, he hasn't done anything. So, like, don't even worry about what people are saying. You know?
That part as well.
Yeah, like, let them mind
We
their
say-
own business.
Oh,
Don't worry
don't-
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's difficult in a workplace, especially because we just talked about like
Mm.
if you want a promotion, for example, and all that kind of stuff, you really don't want to have that reputation as a person who is sleeping with someone, and all of that stuff is not conducive in a workplace.
True. But is any of that stuff affecting him climbing the ladder, having a
I
good
think it
relationship
does,
with
you
his
know.
manager?
I think
And plus,
ultimately it does affect
we're
it
talking
does
about
affect
climbing
your
the ladder. We
progress.
don't even know where it works.
It could be any ladder.
Mm.
I think
Yeah, but,
stuff like that,
he may not be in a job where he wants to climb the ladder.
and that's fair. But then I just think stuff like that would affect. I just think in the workplace, there's certain conversations you really don't want your name around.
Yeah, that's true.
And I would say this is definitely something that you don't want your name around. I think you should stop flirting about the place. I think you should do what you said. Let people know that you love what I said.
No, but
I think you should do what Yusuf said, and that, let people know that, listen, I'm hearing that you're talking about this. It's not that. She's just a cool girl, blah, blah. And then, what's it called? Yeah, I think do that. And then it's the workplace. What are you flirting with people for? That's a HR lawsuit in the works. So you think someone flirts with me at work here? That's not my ticket out there. What? I'm coming in here with champagne in the morning because I don't suit the asses. That is, what's it called? What is that thing called? It's sexual misconduct, something like that. That's what that is. You can't be flirting at work. How dangerous that is.
Well, people do that all the time, though.
I wish someone would flirt with me at work. No lie. There's certain things I wish would happen to me at work. I wish someone would call me a black cunt. I wish someone would call me a bitch. I just need someone to be possessed for a moment. That's all I want. And here come the waterworks. What? That is my ticket out of that. I'm not working for the next 5 years. What? But yeah, you can't use that. Can't be flirting at work, man. That is so dangerous because all it is, yeah.
You can't do this work.
No. But this,
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
It's work that I enjoy. I'm working, but this is where I quite quit everywhere else in my life except here.
He was just about to tee up, calling you.
I was what?
Who's about to tee up?
Never mind.
Wait, what'd you say?
I thought he was asking you to then say you. I'm not gonna say it.
No, say it because
No,
I want to know
where
where your mind's at.
The bread is ever dying over there. What happened?
The way sometimes I kind of gauge when you're about to cause mischief is you do this and you start doing this.
No, I was gonna ask a question. It wasn't.
All right, that's what you're gonna call it a B.
A bitch.
No
What?
black.
Oh, black and
Oh,
black
you thought I was
bitch.
gonna
See
say.
what happens.
Oh, okay. No, I was gonna.
I could have one there.
I was gonna ask.
It'll be you and Iman tomorrow.
I asked if this was work because you mentioned flirting. I said, what if E-Man flirted with you? How would you feel?
Iman should not be blessed with anybody.
But why couldn't it be you?
Why would I? I'm in a relationship and I'm committed. I don't,
Anyway, go on.
Wow.
Mr. Polygamist. I mean, you never know.
This is what Yusuf does, you know.
You never know.
You know, I know how to behave. Because I can take jokes.
Mr. Abifa. Is that Abifa?
What was it? Nafa.
Yeah. Oh, Napa, yeah.
No. I think any people that can flirt with me on here is when the guests come.
Like, did you?
Wow, I'm joking. Oh my gosh. I forgot myself for a second. I'm playing. I don't flirt at work at all. No, with guests, no, nobody. But yeah, man, you guys need to stop flirting at work. Whoever's flirting at work, stop all of that stuff.
But can you, would the company actually get in trouble though?
You can, because all it takes, because you know what, you can flirt with someone like blah blah blah, but then sometimes as well, yeah, it's not that the person you're flirting with has a problem. Someone's walked past and they've heard it. They can report to HR, and then you get in trouble for that. So we could have a joke. I remember at my workplace, so one of my colleagues, we had this joke. It's an old workplace. We had this joke. I think the way we banter with each other. Yeah, she's white. I was gonna say I'm black, but yeah. So, but then we would banter in a certain way. And I remember one time because she was a manager anyway. And I remember another manager was like to her how he was like, I know you guys communicate like this. You guys are cool and whatever. But he was like, someone else could walk past and not know that this is the relationship you guys have and report it. Even though it wasn't anything offensive. It wasn't anything offensive, anything. It's just how we joke about and laugh and kiki, whatever. But he was like, yeah, someone else could walk past and not know that this is how you guys are and they could take offense on your behalf. But we see that though. It's a Caucasian tradition. You know what I mean? That they call people over the barbecues they're having in their own garden. It's dumb stuff. Like, do you get what I mean? They do that. So yeah, but the advice for the friend, I hope he's not, because I'll be honest, when I read that, yeah, I felt like he's trying to get in good with the girl he knows he could probably get it from. But I hope that's not the case. I would just say, yeah, I think he needs to know. I think if he's at work trying to be promoted and whatever, I do think this kind of gossip can affect that. So if that's his priority and he's got a wife, he's got a family he needs to take care of, if that's his priority, then I think that he needs to really be very just kind of separate himself from the woman he flirts with. Do you know what I mean? And just keep it friendly, keep it professional. People always forget. People at work are not your friends.
Yeah.
They will snake you any chance. The first chance they get, you can be doing besties together, you can go on lunch breaks together, all that stuff. And the first chance they get, they will speak against you. And next thing you know,
out.
Okay.
Also, this
Especially
dilemma
if you're black.
is about the person. It's not about there's no friend.
Brayden said the video is removed.
Sorry?
What video?
So this video has been removed by the uploader.
Sorry. I think it just restarted. Hold up.
Are you talking about the live?
Yeah.
It's going live again. Sorry.
Okay. So anyway.
I mean, don't apologize to them. They can't hear you.
Oh, it's
But
going live. Never mind.
But we can continue as normal, right?
Yeah. But yeah, so I would hope that, he doesn't... I think moving forward, you just got to be smart, man.
Yeah.
Do what Yusuf said. I think set people straight, let them know that listen, it's not what it is. Even throw in the whole, this is the workplace. This is the place of business. I don't appreciate that kind of conversation. And if this carries on, I'll have to take this further. You spin it. Do what men do. Gaslight them. Even though you're the one, gaslight. And then, separate yourself from the flirtatious woman. And yeah, that's what I would say.
You know, it is like when you was talking about those things that will make you leave your job,
Yeah.
Just reminded me of when I was in one of my previous jobs.
Yeah.
One of my guys at work, this guy hated being there. He was so vexed one day. So basically, he was walking by and a part of the carpet in the workplace, right, was kind of messed up, right?
Yeah.
And I think they were meant to fix it for a while. I'm not too sure. This guy tripped on it.
That's my guy.
But he caught himself.
Dickhead.
And he was so vexed. He was like,
I'll be fuming for the rest of the day.
oh,
I'd be livid.
it ruined his day.
it would ruin my week. It would ruin my week. Because even yesterday, my sister was saying to me how, so she said she used to go to some, I don't know if this was back where she went to uni or whatever, but she said there's a pure gym she was going to that was absolutely terrible.
Mm.
The conditions are bad. The ceiling fell.
Serious?
I was like, why do you stand under it? Why are you here to tell me? Why do you
You know what
stand
I'm
under
saying?
it? I would have been livid. Like, especially say I just walked past and the ceiling fell. Oh my gosh.
Crazy.
I used to
Crazy.
trip up in a Tesco, like, just do something.
I'm telling you.
One time though, someone left, so I was in Tesco and I was getting something, but then by the time I turned around, the guy had like put like a trolley there. So I accidentally walked into it. But it just hurt my thigh. I was like, oh, like, the hell?
Yeah.
I had a massive bruise. It was a shame. I couldn't go back. I was like, oh, damn it.
See, guys,
My
like,
ticket.
we need to be on job. Like.
On job.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, keep your eyes out for accidents. But yeah, man. Hopefully your friend. I hope this helps your friend. Share this link with your friend. Get them to subscribe if you want the advice.
Yes.
And yeah, so you guys know, you know the drill. If you would like to send messages or anything in voice notes for asking for a friend, this is what would you do, or just in general to communicate with us, send it into 075 64841073 or email tdasubmissions@thenewblack.com. Yeah, let's get into our last headlines for the day.
Okay, so the last headline is about Oscar Pistorius. Do you remember him?
Of course I remember, the guy with the one leg.
He's got no legs. They got no both.
The one leg, yes.
Huh?
Guess what?
Well,
No,
one if
no,
you
he
if you put both of them together. What do you mean?
Okay.
I want this to be expanded. I want this
How
to
can you
be
say one if
expanded.
you put both of them together? That's definitely worse than what I said.
I'm sorry, guys.
What?
The hell?
But-
Does that one leg or two? He has both legs, but which leg is like, he's got the...
No, he lost both his legs.
Both are gone.
Yeah, he runs on the.
Yes,
Things.
prosthetic.
Yes.
Limbs.
But it's from the knees down, isn't it?
Then Kevin Hart made a joke about him, innit? Follow Tink Tink. You know when he runs, we hear Tink 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 Tink.
Yusuf, I've been trying to ignore it.
Kevin Hart
This
said
is the first time.
I'm not involved in this.
Involved in what?
Never mind.
There's
There's nothing to be involved in.
There's nothing to be
Nothing's
involved in.
happening.
This is thank you very much.
I'm repeating what Kevin Hart said.
Exactly.
Same
Follow Tink Tink.
And we thought, that's crazy. How could you say something like that?
horrible thing.
Wild.
Absolutely.
So, convicted murderer.
Trigger warning, sir.
Oh crap! How did I miss? And I wrote it down. You know.
At the end, again.
Trigger warning. Convicted murderer Oscar Pistorius is going to court to try to force South African authorities to hold a parole hearing for him. The former Paralympic gold medalist is serving a 13-year sentence for killing his girlfriend in 2013. Pistorius shot dead Reva Steenkamp through a locked toilet door, claiming he mistook her for a burglar. He's seeking an early release over a dispute about when his sentence started. A series of challenges and rulings by the Supreme Court of Appeal, SCA, has led to confusion about when his sentence became effective. Pistorius argues that he already served enough time in prison to be eligible for parole, and therefore authorities should look at whether he can be released early. In 2017, the SCA said that Pistorius should serve 13 years and 5 months for the murder of Miss Steenkamp, overturning a previous, more lenient punishment of 6 years for murder. Last year, the same court ruled that his current term should be backdated to October 2014, when he was initially sentenced for a lesser charge of culpable homicide. Pistorius argues that this backdating means he became eligible for parole in February last year. He wants Gauteng's High Court to order the parole board to convene a hearing for him. If that request is granted, he wants the hearing to be within 30 days of the order saying so. So just a reminder for people, Reva Steenkamp was his girlfriend. She was murdered on Valentine's Day 9 years ago. Obviously, it shocked the whole world, right? And in the televised trial, which gripped millions of South Africans and people from around the world, Pistorius pleaded that he had shot her 4 times because he thought the burglar had entered into his home. But a panel of appeal judges found that having armed himself with a deadly weapon, Pistorius should have foreseen that whoever was behind the toilet door might die, especially given his firearms training. So So basically, there was no excuse for why he started shooting like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, I feel like actually, let me not get into that.
No, not get into it. Apparently, it was Cat Williams, by the way.
Oh, Karen
Not
said
Kevin,
porno thing.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say because obviously we'll end up going into the case again. But he got off light, man. He got off light.
I feel like he did that shit. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he got off light. Anyway, so the next headline.
Oh.
What happened?
Just a comment.
Oh.
I don't know if I want to read it out loud.
Go on, read it.
You don't know what the comment is. Say, go and read it.
I know, but it's there in this.
No, but Ebony Onyx was letting us know what exactly like his condition is. So she said he has below the knee amputations, and I take this seriously as my fiance has just become a recent double amputee.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's deep.
Wow.
Oh, serious?
Yeah.
I definitely want to go to that wedding.
I hope he's okay, Ebony Onyx.
Yeah.
Because that must be a lot to deal with, even as a partner.
A lot, yes.
Wow.
Alrighty. Last one?
Okay, so yes, the last headline is about Ryan Giggs. So the jury in the trial of a former Man United player, Ryan Giggs, has been discharged after failing to reach verdicts on any of the charges. The 48-year-old denied headbutting his ex-partner, Kate Greville, who's 38, during a row at his home in November of 2020. He also denied controlling behavior, as well as assaulting Miss Greville's sister, Emma, who's 26. Any retrial would not take place until at least the 5th of June 2023, the judge said. Mr. Giggs' head dropped when he heard how long it could take for the whole case to be concluded. Judge Hilary Manley asked jurors if they had reached a verdict on any counts on which a majority of 10-1 had been agreed. The foreman of the jury said no. She asked if there was any realistic prospect of them actually reaching verdicts if they were given more time. And they again responded no. So she then thanked the jurors and discharged them, warning them not to discuss the case as there may be another trial of the case in the future. So the Crown Prosecution Service has a week to decide whether to pursue a retrial. If this happens, a new jury will be sworn in, which will hear the evidence as part of the new trial. Mr. Giggs has been released on bail until the 7th of September, when what happens next in the case will be discussed at a hearing. So yeah, man, they couldn't conclude.
They're going to conclude.
They couldn't conclude.
But they said the retrial is going to happen next year, June.
Yeah, that's probably the earliest date. Yeah.
Why can't it be earlier? I'd like to have to go and gather evidence.
Maybe people are busy, innit?
People believe that he did it.
I think so.
What's the world, in the football world, what's that?
Oh, I've not heard nothing from football world, but from like online stuff, and it seems kind of 50-50. Hence, you know what I'm saying? None of them really coming to any type of agreement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we outro, Yusuf, do you want to give us a game's highlight? Someone asked earlier.
Oh,
Talking about like who you guys gonna buy or something like that.
Transfer deadline day.
Yeah.
Cool. It's transfer deadline day. Obviously, I'm keeping abreast of what Arsenal are doing. But obviously, I'll see all the other stuff. But I know Arsenal right now, with in need of a midfielder. We've been hit with some injuries in the last few games. Thomas Partey's out. Mohamed El Neni's out. So it's looking like Arsenal right now are trying to buy Douglas Luiz from Aston Villa for 20 million. He's got 1 year left on his contract. Villa are saying they don't want to sell. He's not for sale. But as he's only got 1 year, for the right price, they may do a deal. So I know Arsenal are pressing for him. I believe Chelsea are finalising a deal for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang from Barcelona. Chelsea right now don't have a recognised striker, and so they're kind of desperate for one. And Aubameyang only been in Barcelona for a season. Actually, not even a season. He went in January, so he hasn't even done a full season there. But with them signing Lewandowski, I believe Aubameyang is surplus to requirements, hence why he is now going to Chelsea. And I believe Chelsea are sending Marcus Alonso to Barcelona as a part of the deal. What else is happening? Sorry, let me check my guy Fabrizio Romano's page. He's the transfer king. Yeah, that's all the news I've got for you. Obviously, this was sprung on me last minute. Here's something. Arthur Melo is going to Liverpool on loan. Brent, you know Arthur Melo, remember he was linked with Arsenal. Yeah. So yeah, Arsenal were linked with him bare last season, but he's going to Liverpool on loan. Liverpool are kind of in need of midfielders as well. Also, Cody Gakpo Gakpo, sorry, promising young winger who plays for PSV. He's been speculated to be going to so many different clubs this summer. Arsenal being one of them. Leeds were trying to buy him, but PSV have rejected Leeds' offer and saying that he is not for sale. Hold on, so Leeds agreed. Cody Gakpo's not for sale. I think Leeds were in for him, so was Southampton as well. And yeah, that's it. Also, Arsenal are still top of the league. 5 wins out of 5. We beat Aston Villa yesterday. Funny enough, Douglas Luiz actually scored yesterday against us from a corner. Funny. So yeah, repping. Kiss the badge and that. And I wish Mark was here because Arsenal are playing Man United on Sunday. And that's the clash of the Titans.
Oh. We're going to like come at him.
Of course. Well,
you can send him a message.
Well, if Arsenal win.
Yeah.
Of course. Remember, he was giving all the smoke.
Oh, yes. Yeah. That was the whole thing. Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, that's all from me. I'll update you tomorrow with the final transfers.
Nice. All right, let's get into our outro. I do want to shout out Ebony Onyx in the comments. She's giving people she's telling us what more context to her fiance situation, and she's about coming on the show. Please email Brent. Definitely do that because she's want to spread awareness about sickle cell and the stuff that happens, and I think it's very, very important for, especially in our community. We don't have much knowledge about these things until it happens, so it's always good to prevent before shit happens, really. But yeah, sending you love, sis, and hope that you and your fiance are, dealing healthily with your new normal. Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning into the show. We appreciate you. Thank you shout out to our live crew. Always bringing the good vibes. And I love that people are sending Ebony Onyx love as well and light in the comments. That's really, 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 really cool stuff. Don't forget, join the community. Before you do that, actually, like this video, subscribe to the channel, I'm trying to get 3K, and join the community.thenewblack.com. And then also sign up for the TDA Backstage Access. You get a month free. A whole month free of content. You get to watch us live every day. Follow us as well on all our social media platforms. Like, comment, share our videos. The Day After TNB. Also on TikTok. Remind the listeners as well. Sorry, what am I doing? Send voice notes and text messages in as well for asking for a friend, sis, what would you do? Or just to tell us off, like you guys love to do. You can send your messages into 075 6484 1073. And if you'd like to inquire about the show or feature on the show, email the team thedayafter@thenewblack.com. Black is spelled with an X. We appreciate you guys, and we'll be back here for our favorite day on TDA, Friday. Have a nice day.
Peace.